one seed and was already smoking teams in the regular season had a cakewalk. No, they earned the number one seed, and when you get
They
the number one
did.
seed, you get an easier schedule. Well, you get easier matchups, I should say, and they handle business. So on one end, like y'all knock them when they lose to the Heat and they choke, but then when they actually get the job done as expected, now it's a cakewalk. So it's really like the Celtics can't win either way.
But
Like
also
y'all
too
just
about
going,
the
yeah.
talent
Go ahead.
point when SB was breaking down, right? How many years, how many like going down the years is the best team with the talent won, and then this is like a first time in a while where the best talent team won. That's also showcased the fact that they won besides just talent. You get what I'm saying? It has to mean something. You know what I mean? So they had to guess they had to have the chemistry because even go to the Warriors. The Warriors when they won their championships, they was clearly the most talented team, but also they had chemistry. So like
But true, let me ask you. So if a team, any other team would have lost a 20 point per game player, like I mean, people would have been giving all kinds of excuses. Like the Celtics
absolutely.
literally lost Porzingis, and it was like nobody was saying it was it's well they were still saying it was a cakewalk. How is it a cakewalk when you lose a player that's scoring
But
20
that's
points
how
per game?
and granted, when it comes to talent, when it comes to lopsided compared to everybody in the league, like teams can't afford that. The teams can't afford their third best player to be missing games like Porzingis and even going into the season. Like they can't even afford to even make a deep playoff run. So it's like that's the thing.
Man,
Tatum had the most hope in the league. Shit, he got a lot of hope. Absolutely. See, listen, hey, listen, hey, but listen. Shout out to the GM. Shout out to Brad Stevens. That's what you're supposed to
Shout
do.
out to competent GMs that put players around
That's what you're
players.
let's be
supposed to
honest
do.
though, bro. They didn't need Porzingis to beat the Pacers. They didn't need him to beat the Mavs, bro. It kind of reminded me of Team USA, bro. You could have took any pick a player that you want to take and put him on the bench. I believe they still win, bro. They won every single game since
Yo,
exhibition, bro.
but
But
that's
they
The
the
was
same
thing
thing.
well,
though.
This
But
with
that's
the
the thing
Celtics.
though. You fact you gotta compare him to Team USA that shows you like that. I
Yeah,
mean,
but,
hey,
but,
I
but what
mean,
I'm saying is, look at this, right? The Celtics, right? They had the perfect balance. This is why I believe them and the Nuggets won, bro. They had a very complete team. They had that perfect balance, bro. If you could find one between talent and chemistry. They lost the year before to the Miami Heat. Then what happened last year? They ran through the Heat, bro. They learned from their mistakes. Even when they went to the finals, bro, they learned, they developed, they got better, they made their adjustments, and that chemistry is a part of that. We know what it feels to fail together. We're also going to know what it feels like to win together, bro. Yeah, talent has something to do with it. It does, because I do believe, even without Porzingis, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. I believe they didn't even have to trade for him, and they would have probably still won, bro. That's why I believe they're going to come out the East next season. I don't think they're going to win the title, but I do believe they're going to win the East, bro. That's due to chemistry. Yes, it's due to talent, bro, but you have to have those reps, bro. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, absolutely. And like I said, this core been together for a long time. Like these got, I mean, like Tatum, Brown, Horford, they've been together for like over 5 years. So it's like, I mean,
yeah.
so
But
that's
it's I
all
mean
it's
it's
gonna
like
do. You
it's
chemistry
like
the port.
if you look at the crossover, right? I was our best player, clearly, right? And you know what I'm saying?
Uh, hey
Hold on,
man,
let me
shout out to
cook,
y'all,
man. Let me
man. It's
cook.
been good. It's like
Let me cook. Let me cook.
Shots
You know what I'm
fired.
saying? Let me cook. I
We
was
can move
clearly our
on.
best
We
player.
can move on.
yeah, that
All
was
right, we
We
can
can
move
move
definitely
on.
on.
Oh, we can move on.
We can move on.
Hey, they don't know what those practices look like, though, right? To develop you
Hey,
being the
bro,
best player.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. That nigga quit mid practice, y'all. Don't let this nigga fool you. That nigga
that's
quit mid
I
nasty
didn't. Hold
work.
practice.
on. I
That's
didn't. Hold
man.
on.
Quit
That's
I
mid
man.
hold
I ain't
on.
gonna.
practice.
That's low key one. Low like that's a
Hold
low
on.
key nastiest
Hold
work
on. Hold
of the
on. Hold on.
year.
Hold on. Hold on. I did not quit.
Oh
I
shit.
hold on. So hold on.
Yo,
Let me
that's
clear.
a sleeper. Like we
Can
may
I clear
forget
my
that, but it
name?
was
I
like it
want to
was.
clear my
That
name.
nigga
I
got
did
bro.
not
That nigga
quit.
got Rick Carlisle fired, and he quit practice, bro. That's
No,
That's
crazy.
nigga.
crazy.
No. I tore my ACL in practice, and I told the team that, hey, listen, guys, I'm gonna be out a
ACL.
few months. Y'all boys keep it together. I'll be back in the fall.
Man, don't let that man
Um,
fool you, man. That man woke up late for practice. Got Rick
all right,
It's
Carlisle
like,
got
ah,
on
my
there for
knee.
all right.
being late. And
All
Ah,
right,
my
cool.
knee.
Don't worry
Hey,
about it. We gonna talk about it on the
hold
30 for
up, y'all.
30
Hold
Sunday,
up.
man.
Don't speak on everybody on the panel, bro. Divine Unity. First of all, I'm the only Sodas fan on here for one. And you got different. Like, let's not play that game. I ain't gonna let y'all you just speak on other. You know what I mean? Like we all got the same opinion. Divine Unity. We ain't doing that. Who's your team, Divine?
He
I'm curious
accepted.
to
Hell
know.
no.
Man,
Hell
he
no. We
accepted
ain't.
And
Hell
something.
no.
Sturdy even
Just
God
like.
team. I mean, Sturdy even God team.
Hold on, but can we talk about
But
how Herm got cooked in that face off earlier with
I ain't get cooked
no,
though.
I didn't
Blood?
see
Brandon,
it.
don't do
I
that.
didn't see it.
Never mind,
I
never
can't
mind,
speak
Brandon,
on it.
don't
I
do
didn't
that.
see it.
never mind. We
Don't
never
I
talk
do
didn't
about
see it.
that.
I,
that.
Never
I
mind.
didn't
I ain't
see
We
it.
get
That's
cooked. All
cool.
he did was put some visuals up and
nah.
try
Hold
to
on, Herm.
overtalk.
Oh,
Herm,
and the
you know
Mavs
you my
getting their
He
dog.
kid
put
back too.
visual on a face off. Yeah, you wouldn't lose.
No, Herm. No,
I
Herm.
ain't gonna
Listen,
lie.
Mavs,
You
listen.
wouldn't
Mavs
lose.
What?
winning
Yeah,
the
I
Yeah,
ain't gonna
title.
yeah.
lie to you. Bro,
Herb,
true.
I
Herb.
He
ain't
From
had
gonna
the
lie.
experience,
he had
bro.
the
Hold
pro he
on,
had the
real quick, Cash,
promo.
real quick. Herb. From experience, Herb. When niggas add visuals while they talk about you, bro,
That
it
nigga
just
big
it's
C
Yeah,
a
I
Mug.
ain't
It
gonna
was
lie
over.
to
it's
her.
uphill
You an
it's
unfair
uphill
opinion,
battle, bro.
bro. I ain't
It's
gonna
I
an
lie.
mean,
You
uphill
know,
Hold on,
but
listen.
Here's the sad part. He did that last time, and I had him crying over an hour. So I
No,
mean,
listen, Herm. Because you were on Tickets channel when I got cooked so viciously by Africa. So I think we can be honest with each other, right?
Oh
You
wow.
got cooked, bro. That nigga, listen, it got so bad to the point where he was cooking you. I'm like, nah, man. I almost wanted to
nah,
jump in and
you
throw an
remember
insult at him.
I got kicked backstage though too, man. I got put
Nah,
backstage.
Herm, you listen, Herm. This is what happened, Herm. So you invited the nigga to come out to the yard. You pulled up at his house. He was like, yeah,
Now
come
Lamont was
outside,
helping
Paul.
him. Mitchell had Lamont was
yeah.
helping
Lamont ain't help him, did he?
Yeah, he
him.
did. He put him
I
on
ain't
big
gonna
screen. He
lie
put him
though.
on the big screen.
I got cooked in
He
the
put
face
him on
off
big
too
screen.
though. Shout out to Renegade. Renegade low key cooked me in the face off. I ain't gonna
And he
lie.
muted
Yeah, the
and he
face off
muted
be like that,
Herm.
bro.
And he muted
Everybody that
Herm.
got
And
cooked.
he muted me.
That's
He was
nasty
muting
work,
me the
man.
whole
That's
time.
nasty work, man. That is nasty. That is nasty work, man.
Hey, yo.
That is nasty work. Like the fact that like that's you know how old like he made that is crazy, man.
Yo,
And
Crabby
never
Dicks is
mind you, I
crazy.
never been to that
yo,
spot
that's a
before in my life.
classic.
I never been there,
That's a
But
never eaten
Rebrand,
food
I
off
classic,
spot
appreciate
before
the
in my life,
assist
by
though,
the way.
Rebrand. I appreciate the assist when you had to remind that nigga how he cried for an hour,
Oh
man.
no, yeah, he no, it definitely. I definitely remember that, like, cause I think we were in a panel for like maybe an hour, 2 hours, maybe,
Yeah,
explaining to
it
him
was
why he lost. Yeah, we were like, yo, you did good. You just didn't rebut anything that he was saying. And he was like, no, no.
I'm Herm's
Keep it a
debate is
buck with me.
based on a lot of narrative though, bro.
No, it's not.
Keep it a buck with me.
There's a lot
No,
of
no,
narrative.
hold on. Ready. I'm gonna say this for the last time. Their debate they had, they were not only told the sides they're gonna argue for, they was actually told how to debate.
Yep.
Herm was literally told by ChatGPT to say all those things. Same thing for a Johnny. So that's why that debate in general should be a wash in general. But Herm, real question though, who had a worse crash out, a Johnny or Reggie?
Nah,
Reggie.
I would
Reggie,
say
man.
Reggie for
BJ.
sure.
Reggie said
First
slurs
I
on
think
it.
That's
Reggie
BJ.
said
BJ is
slurs
number
on
one.
it.
BJ number one,
BJ
clearly.
Yeah,
one of the
Reggie said
BJ
BJ
slurs
won.
clearly
on
number
it.
one.
Yeah, he first all time for sure.
no, but
Reggie for
shout out to
Reggie
sure.
said
Herm though,
something
bro.
again.
You
Reggie
To
said the
Reggie.
whole slur out here.
Reggie
But this
started
nigga
threatening
want to
people.
debate on fanboy. The topic is fanboys bad for basketball. So
Nah,
that
that's BS though. I'm trying to get y'all a real topic. That's a
nah, but
BS
that's what
topic.
he
Yeah.
want. He
And
yeah,
said that's what he
like,
want.
what is a fanboy though? Like, I never
That's
understood that.
entertaining though.
somebody
I'm not
that
gonna lie, it's
somebody that
entertaining.
supports
That's what I'm saying.
everybody. I think
I'm saying,
I
what is a
think a
fanboy?
fanboy is
Period. Like,
someone that can't hold their favorite player accountable. You know, like I think that's a fanboy. If you think everything that LeBron does is good, you can't see any wrong in anything that he's done, any failures, you're a fanboy. Same thing with Jordan. If you can't,
Yeah, so
speak, to his flaws and speak to his shortcomings, you're a fanboy. Same thing with Kobe, Larry Bird, whoever your
Anybody,
favorite is,
man.
you're a
Like,
fanboy. Yeah,
that's fair.
I don't know why he want.
absolutely.
I don't
but
know why he want the debate to be about that, but that's what he want. And
That's
then
yeah, I
that's
don't
an
I
interesting
see like
debate
do.
though.
You
casual.
be throwing the word fanboy around a lot though, so I get it.
I mean, I do cook
Hold on. Herm getting
fanboys
pressed.
though.
Herm getting pressed.
I do cook fanboys though, brother.
Herm, but you a fanboy yourself though. That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
That's
talk.
why
I don't
we
talk about Jordan like that though. I don't talk about Jordan like that.
Herm. No,
Y'all
this is the
bring him
thing,
up
Herm.
before I
Herm.
do.
So Herm, we gonna do
So
this right
how
here?
I'm a
Let's dance.
fanboy? How I'm a
So
fanboy if I don't talk about a nigga?
okay, this is how you're a
Nah, you
fanboy.
not a.
When
All
the
right, go ahead, bro.
hold on, Sturdy. Let me show him how he's a fanboy. This is how you're a fanboy. When the 1988 the stats and stuff being inflated came out, and we
Yeah, he
challenged you over
was.
here to go do
Yeah, that
we
was
were like, yo, go
bad.
do a video. You literally went to Tickets channel and you did not do a video on Jordan. You did a video really throwing shade at LeBron versus actually holding Jordan and Jordan fans accountable. That's how you're a fanboy, because when you
I
had a
do it
chance to
on
turn that
purpose though.
gun, okay, now you do it on purpose. All right,
Talk
cool, we
to
good.
him.
I've been
Yo,
Talk
to
that
to
it.
was hilarious though. Like I know, like I
No, I'm
mean,
not,
that was
bro,
hilarious. Man.
Brandon.
That was
If you
hilarious.
saw, bro, what true? It was in the zone, right, bro? That
Nah, it was
episode in the
True
zone.
Sports Talk. Nah, when what's the on Twin? We talking about when Twin came in? It was you a
Oh, yeah, Twin
hypocrite.
got
No,
on his
I'm
neck.
talking. No,
That
I'm
was
talking about.
hilarious.
Yeah, y'all talking about that stream. Remember, it was Renegade. It was everybody. Like Herm was
No,
quiet.
it
Like,
Now,
was.
that
It
was
it,
the True
was.
Sports
It
Talk
was.
episode. That was
Nah, I
True Sports
wasn't
Talk.
quiet.
Episode.
I think
nah,
that
Nah,
you
you
was.
wasn't
was,
quiet,
bro.
Herm,
That
but
was
you was
True.
giving
That was a Herm. That was a True
Jordan all
Sports Talk.
kinds of
Herm.
passes. He was like,
That was crazy.
Herm was like, yo, sometimes you can't always go off. Everybody was doing it in the 80s. Everybody was
I
like,
mean, this
bro,
something,
this
but
shit.
That's
y'all late to the
funny.
party. That's why I was telling y'all niggas.
Sean
Y'all
was
late to
real
the party.
cat.
That's he was,
Shit.
man. That is
Man, I'm gonna be for real though. True, I was like, I niggas I hang around are always older than me. I've been around nothing but old heads most of my life. So old heads always say, "Oh, nigga, they always inflate the stats." So end of the day, that's something that I already knew. But one thing I know, numbers are what they are. But one thing I do know, something that never lie, film never lie though. So. That's
Who
my
say the
whole
film?
premise of everything. Film never lies. Niggas could talk this shit.
I
Niggas can
mean, the
say what they
film is how
want
he
to
got
say.
caught. They actually went
Film
back
Like he
never
and
played
lies.
the
watched.
Yeah,
film on that
that's how he
episode
got
though.
caught.
Herm.
That's
He played the film on that episode.
But y'all missing the point. Niggas were trying to say he's not a good defender, and what I was
I
saying,
get that.
film tells me something different because the
No,
film shows that
Herm,
he's a good defender.
Herm. This is the thing. If something like that would have came out on LeBron,
You
where it's
would
like,
have
all
took the
right,
shit. I
cool,
ain't gonna.
you would have did a whole. You would have. I
Yeah,
mean, you would have
cause
dropped Wilt Chamberlain numbers over there on that string.
Nigga,
Like,
you
yeah,
real
would have
talk
went on
about it.
ticket shit, bro. You would have went on ticket shit and probably
I ain't
went
gonna
like an
lie, Herm.
hour
You
and a
would have been
half.
going
Just
crazy,
you,
bro.
Casual. This nigga would
just
have went.
You would have been going
He would have
crazy,
what?
dropped
bro.
80. He would have dropped
you
80
should
over
know
there.
Ticket's a pure hater, bro, by blood.
now, but here's the thing, brother. Niggas can say what they want about ticket though, and that's why end of the day, ticket the hardest work out of all them niggas on YouTube.
He's not.
At
I'm gonna
all
say
them.
this. I'm gonna say
Yeah,
this.
but no,
Ticket
no,
is.
Watch some
no,
of
nobody ever
LeBron
And
questioned
content.
Ticket can
Ticket's work
actually
ethic
talk
though.
basketball if you put him in that
But
corner
don't
to make
nobody
it
ever
talk.
question Ticket's work ethic. It's the
Yeah,
propaganda
I
he
ain't
be
never do
pushing.
that.
Right. We
Now
question the
Ticket can
integrity.
talk basketball though.
I
Man,
mean,
that
we
man
Yeah, I'm
talk
we
sure he
about
glad we
can.
admitted
LeBron.
it.
I'm sure he
That man is a
can. He just
that man
chooses
is a
not to.
LeBron
Nah, he
stan.
definitely can though, but he definitely
Yeah,
can.
he
I ain't
chooses
gonna
not
hold
Well,
to.
you.
Yeah, but nobody say he can't do it.
yeah. It's just we. I mean, we hear more about Diddy now, and
Talk about
and
them videos.
yeah,
Now to
like
be
that's
fair though, he been doing that. To be fair though, he been doing that too though. So it
nah.
ain't
But
like
listen.
Nah, but that's
So
Yeah,
still
they ain't
weird
nothing
though.
new
Like, why
though.
are you
They ain't
ramping it
nothing
up?
new.
You ramping it up as soon as he starts to get, as soon as he
I
starts
mean,
to
so
I
get
get
like,
that.
hold on,
I'm just
casual.
being
We
fair.
kind
He
of
been
we
talking about all
kind
the
of
content outside. I'm just
hold on.
being
I gotta
fair. But I
hold me and
get it.
casual accountable. We kind of dirty macking on a nigga like content. Like we kind of talking down on this shit. So let's not do
you
that.
show
But we
right,
will
you
say
show right.
we
Nah,
Nigga,
definitely
don't
I'm
get
got
not.
dirty.
I'm
content
not.
creation,
Hold
nigga.
on,
Get
but
Hey,
paid.
hey,
Brandon.
bunch
Get
of
your
Well,
money.
hold on, but
I
Brandon.
can give
Well,
it less
hold
than
on.
shit,
What
bro.
we can do though.
oh y'all
Hold on, but what we can do,
the
you right.
casual room,
Well, we're
the
not gonna dirty
Brandon
back. We're
room.
not gonna dirty back. But what we
Hey,
can do,
Definitely
we
go
gonna
hey,
keep it
subscribe to
honest
the
Like
though.
spot.
Nah, we gonna keep
the
it
casual
trill.
room.
Nah, we gonna keep it trill.
because
At
me and
least,
Brandon
no
for
matter.
sure would make
Nah,
content if we could too.
hmm
Hey,
nah, no matter
No
what. No,
hesitation.
no. But here's the thing. No,
the
but
candy
real talk,
room.
real talk.
Go
No
ahead,
matter,
sir.
no matter what topics Herm, no matter what topics Herm do, we support him. Point blank. Period. We're not gonna take his stream down because we disagree with. Nah,
Oh,
Oh
if Herm putting the work, it's
Oh
gonna stay up.
yeah, yeah,
Facts.
That's
yeah.
not dirty backing. That's not dirty
that's
backing.
definitely a
That's just
shot.
facts.
That's definitely a shot.
No,
That's
it is
facts.
kind of dirty back it. You
That
telling
is
him
sort of
this.
dirty
You
Mac
telling
That's
him
not
that.
dirty backing.
That
Nigga, you
was
was there.
No.
that was
Hold on.
crazy.
It's 30. It's
That
30.
was crazy.
But I,
But
I,
I
I ain't gonna
So
hold you, fam. Niggas like Dreamers Pro, people like that, bro. We gonna keep it real with them hating ass niggas, bro. They depend on LeBron for their content. Let's be real.
I
Let's
mean,
not
Now
pretend like
Dreamers
that's not what
Pro
they do,
do.
bro.
Dreamers Pro
yeah,
do.
Dreaming Pro definitely do
Not
though.
Ticket
this
though.
this is the
Not
problem
Ticket.
that I have though because y'all
Nah,
remember when
not
it was
ticket.
like
Not
this.
ticket. Not
It
ticket.
was this whole we the new media movement, and it's like, but the new media is worse than the old media because at least with the old media there was some sense
Facts.
of integrity. There was some
I
sense
don't
of
knock
like,
no man's hustle.
oh no,
You ain't
no for
gotta.
sure,
Nah, at this
for
point, I ain't
sure.
gonna lie to you. We knocking everybody hustle, nigga. All y'all
Yeah,
capping.
fuck
We
that.
Y'all
get
ain't
it.
Yeah,
knocking
you're
no
not
man's
knocking it.
hustle.
Yeah,
No,
because
for
you hating
sure.
on LeBron. That's why you don't knock the
Who
hustle.
stay knocking people hustle though,
Right,
George?
nigga.
You just
Right,
said
George.
it. What y'all saying about Dreamers Pro? If that's the way he make his bread, that's
No,
the
I
way
ain't
he
listen,
make his
respect.
But
bread.
Listen,
George,
he
but
All
listen,
right,
George,
well,
but
hey,
maybe
George,
you
the
you
can
could,
Nah,
lane
knock
he
it.
that's
lane,
Everybody
bro.
got a lane,
You could
nigga.
at least
Hold
admit
on,
it.
hold on,
Nah, that's his lane.
At least keep
But
it
George,
real.
but George, you be going on the people platform. You be coming on to this
I
platform.
don't go on
And
nobody play. I
you be
watch,
get, but you be
but
getting
I
it.
don't
You be getting,
participate
Damn.
but
like I
bro,
do
you
on
be
this
in the
one.
you'll be in the chat talk about how they capping, how they don't know what
Yeah,
they
You been
talking
on my channel
about.
before
they
though, Joe. Don't
don't.
do that, man.
You dirty macking, nigga.
How I'm dirty
Support,
Mackie. I'm talking
But
about
that's helping the
y'all.
engagement though. That's helping the
I go to
engagement though.
y'all and so
support.
and I go
Hold
to
up.
y'all and Lakers in five.
Hold up, George.
That's
Let's
Nah,
be
about
you,
hold up.
it.
nah.
Hold up,
You
George. Let's be
matter of fact,
honest though,
George. No,
George.
no,
Hold
no.
up.
Hold on. True. I know how George is dirty macking. George, you followed me yet? You follow me on
Who?
YouTube yet? You subscribed
Who is
yet?
you?
You
Who is
subscribed to
you?
Casual?
Hell
Yeah,
no.
that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
dirty Mac.
see, that's
That's
dirty
dirty
macking.
Mac.
Hell
Support.
That's
no.
dirty
That's
Bro,
Mac.
dirty
Don't
you
get
said
macking.
George
you be
Support.
started, man.
bringing
Don't get
you be
George ass
you said
started.
something
Yo,
about
I might
George
as
is
well
funny,
watch
dog.
Small World Kingdom. What the hell you talking about?
Yo, George is funny, dog.
George got you
George
tripping,
is
man.
funny.
Georgia asshole. We all agree, but
Yo, George
I'm
George
is
just
say,
saying.
George
George
say,
point
George
spinning
say,
is
Ultimate
wild.
you.
instinct of
I ain't
trolls.
against that. That's wild.
Hey,
that's
George, I ain't
hilarious.
gonna lie, George. He is one of the dumbest content creators out there, man. I'm gonna talk my shit, man.
Who you talking about?
Go James Kingdom, man. Hey Johnny,
Oh,
Oh
come on, man.
Lord,
That's crazy.
Nobody say
That
that
was a
about
shame.
him.
ain't
That
What?
nobody
was a
say nothing
shame.
about Go Jazz
That
King.
was
He
a
trying to be the
shame.
George
locker
is,
That
room
was
with
a
all that
shame, man.
background and all that.
George.
Y'all be here cheering him on.
Bro, I don't agree, bro. Listen, Go Jane Kingdom is cool. I don't agree with a lot of stuff. I don't. I don't. I
Nigga,
don't
make the
listen.
turn
That a
already.
king.
And here's the
No,
thing too, though.
that a king.
Also,
That a
too,
king
stop it. So I
and
mean, I do
Rudy
gotta say this.
Gobert
Stop
athleticism.
associating
That's
my
crazy.
Yeah,
me with
tell
LeBron James fans too, though.
If you don't turn that
Stop
goddamn
doing that.
steering wheel,
Right, nigga,
goddamn,
make the turn. Damn.
or cut
Go
them
ahead,
hazard
True.
lights off, nigga.
Go ahead,
Start
True.
driving. I'm sorry, True. Carry on.
Yeah, but stop associating me with LeBron James fan. That's anybody like don't. I'm not don't because that's not just over here. I don't even
All right,
like
we can move on.
because I'll be like. Oh, LeBron James fans, and like this because we on FYF, we LeBron James fans. And shout out to Herm. That's why I love what Herm doing too, though. I love. We need a balance. I ain't
Appreciate
gonna
it, bro.
lie though.
Appreciate
We need
it.
to run it up, like for real, for real.
But
Nigga,
that's
that
why.
ain't true support.
But listen, I think that's why Johnny's necessary though, right? Because it
Yeah.
does balance
Absolutely.
out the with what he's doing over there. And I ain't gonna lie, when he first started doing the thing, the Friday nights exposure, I was like, this shit boring. But then as I like kept like watching this shit, I'm like, nah, hold on, he's kind of cooking niggas real quick. And then Herm came up, and then Herm. Shout out to Herm, always supporting, no matter who it is. Herm gonna support, but
Yeah.
Herm came up and did his thing, and now Saturday they're gonna meet again, and like I said, Herm got cooked in
We
the
got a
face off
double header.
today,
We meet Friday and Saturday.
They
That,
gonna
Friday
have
and
that,
to.
Saturday.
Friday and
That's
Saturday.
crazy. That's crazy, sturdy. How we going? How do we mediate this shit? Because we sort of gotta promote chaos at that point, right?
Hey, we
Yeah,
got
you got to.
only thing I ask for them niggas. No, honestly, I don't know about Hearn, but at least for Johnny, they're gonna go one at a time. But that's the thing, Hearn,
Mm,
you can set your format on your platform on your show.
yeah.
Whether it be
It's your
time,
show.
Yeah.
back and forth, is your format.
All you gotta do is tell me, give me the word. If I need to mute the nigga if he get to talking too much, bro, tell me. I promise you, I'll press that mute
But I
button
would
with no
tell Herm
hesitation.
this though, Herm, you don't have the leeway to do what you did that first time. You better show up prepared, because he was on your ass that first time. You just
Yeah.
don't come in here. I didn't even practice. I didn't nothing. Like, nah, nigga, you
Yeah,
gonna get
that
your
chat
ass
Herm
smoked.
gonna be
GPT.
Herm gonna be
That chat
prepared though. Herm gonna be
GPT
Hold
is
on.
a
prepared
cop
though.
out.
While
Herm gonna be
Brandon's
prepared
talking
though.
and True over here agreeing, when y'all niggas supposed to get y'all debate on? Because y'all supposed to get this
Oh, we
debate
already
on
did.
like
We did it
7
on the
months ago.
crossover. We already did
No,
it on the
y'all didn't.
crossover.
No,
Yeah,
y'all
we did.
didn't.
Yes, we
It
No,
did.
you
wasn't
talking about
official.
the Shaq? Yo, hold on. Let's look back.
We actually
Since
did
we
get into
are
the.
here,
Hold
it would
on. I can tell
It
you the
would probably be
episode.
the biggest. And it would probably be the biggest debate card in FWF history too. It's just, I mean, I don't know what. I mean,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
would supposed to
Y'all,
be.
y'all, y'all abandoned it.
No,
I
we
You
didn't
didn't though.
Floyd,
Hold
abandon
on, hold
it
you
on.
though.
So
Floyd,
no, no, no,
you
no, no, no.
I
Floyd
didn't
Way. No,
abandon
you
it.
Hold on,
Floyd
hold on.
For
Let me
real.
hold
Manny
on. Let me take
Pacquiao
let
ass.
me let me let me take accountability for this, right?
Uh
True actually was ready to do it.
huh.
What happened was, what I'm saying, me as a gangster that I am,
As a
we all
coward,
started.
yeah.
We all hold on. Let me tell my truth, because I want to tell my truth. Let me tell my story, right? So this is what happened. So I'm preparing for the debate, and
Mm-hmm.
then the good brother Casual, hit me up on Discord like, bro, let's talk. I'm like, all right, cool. We hop on a call, and that's when the birth of the crossover happened, and we started talking about the crossover, and I was
Yeah,
like, damn, if we do.
Ah, yeah.
Remember
that's
the
a
debate
fact. That's a
was
fact.
whoever
Some
lose
good
can't be
days.
on FYF anymore. So it
Yeah,
was
Yeah.
like that's gonna kind of go against what we doing with the crossover if we do this debate.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Yeah.
I actually made a business decision.
Hey, y'all won't guess the debate too. Y'all, some
hell
of
no,
y'all
I
know.
don't accept
Y'all
that
won't
shit.
guess the topic.
Hell no, I don't
So.
accept that.
Sturdy,
I don't
you peep
accept
out.
that.
Sturdy, you peep out that nigga try to show me some love to get me off his back.
That was
Hell no, I don't accept that. Hell no,
Hey,
this
but
nigga trying
listen,
to
He said
you
the
know,
finesse.
good. He
y'all
said the
won't
Gotta
good
leave
believe
it
the
brother
alone
topic
too.
casual.
too. Y'all won't believe the
Gotta leave it
topic.
too if it weren't for you meddling kids.
It was supposed to be who's more dominant,
Oh
Shaq
god.
versus Jokic.
I mean,
Shaq.
I'm always gonna say that Jokic is more dominant than Shaq.
Yeah, you going? I was going. I still got some of them
Shit,
rounds too, though. I ain't gonna lie though.
That's
I was gonna
nasty
whoop
work,
your ass.
bro.
Hey,
No,
that's
it's
listen,
not.
nasty
Hold
Bree
on.
work.
Brandon.
It's not nasty work. When you think about it, when y'all think about dominant, y'all think about physically imposing and I'm dunking on everything. That's not what I was talking about when I said dominating. He
No,
could
I know.
dominate from
Listen, I know what the
hold on.
angle you gonna try to use. It was gonna be good enough though. I know you can.
It
The thing
wasn't
about
gonna be good
debating,
enough.
It wasn't. Hold on, but how wasn't it going to be good enough by saying that he could do more than Shaq can do to
no,
dominate the
because
game?
I understand we can. You know, when you do debates and things, you can manipulate certain words to be in your favor depending on what
Oh,
you're arguing. I
absolutely,
understand what you
absolutely.
was able to do. I already
Yeah.
know what the angle you're gonna go with, but dominant Shaq is the definition of when you talking about basketball and dominant. Shaq is the definition. So it's like that was an uphill battle for you. It just was.
Nah,
It
I
was
ain't
gonna
gonna
be
lie to
uphill.
you. Yeah, but Brandon's whole case, and this is why I still want the debate. His case is
Yeah.
he ain't have to be flawless when going against you. Cause you ain't did your best. You ain't did your best work
Yo, that's
debating.
that's okay. But listen,
Yeah, that was
I really
Brandon's
was
that was
prepared
Brandon's
and ready
case.
though. I really was prepared and ready though. We had like I was ready. I
Yeah,
still got some rounds
y'all had
though.
a whole month.
Nah,
Y'all had a whole month.
cause you and Herm got this reputation of being mail-in McGee and shit like that. Y'all be mailing this shit in from time
Hey
to time.
man, listen, man.
Type
Hey,
shit.
listen.
Type shit.
No, hold up. If
Cause
I was first
hold
of
on,
all,
but
money was on. Hold up,
didn't
money
True
was on the
almost
line.
lose? Didn't True almost lose the debate between what was it, Magic Johnson and somebody else and Draymond
And
Green?
Draymond Green. Yeah.
Draymond
Didn't he
Green, yeah.
almost lose
I ain't
that?
nothing. The dub's a dub. I ain't gonna lose nothing.
Hey, a win is a win. A win
I
is a
don't
win.
lose nothing.
Hey, look, you
Y'all did
can't.
me
And that right
Casual,
A
he
win
there
is
is
a
won.
what.
win, nigga.
He won by one vote, bro. That shit was
that.
crazy.
They did me dirt, but it's uphill battle with me every single time. I don't want to get into that.
But no, but
But
Yeah.
y'all,
that's what I was using though. True,
Nah, but
like
that's what Brandon was saying.
that's what I was saying. Yeah,
but
like I'm
here's the
like I
thing.
had seen your
But
last few
rebranding.
debates.
I also
Go
smoked a
ahead,
lot of people on here too, though. I also smoked a lot of people on here too.
true.
Let's not
Listen,
get
true. And
it
I was
twisted.
never listen. This is the thing though, bro. I was never taken away from that. I
Shit,
was
I
just
ain't one of
looking at the. That's crazy. I was looking at the last few. That's crazy. I was looking at the last few debates that I had seen you in, and I was like, okay, yeah, True ain't even been on his shit. So it's really not like I have to be on my A game with True because True hadn't been on his A game. Like I don't even know if you had been on your C game at that time when we were talking this debate. So that's really what I was like. Okay, listen, he gonna come in, he gonna stumble, he gonna fumble, he gonna talk in circles, and all right, cool. I'm gonna just run circles around his ass. So that's
Listen,
what it was.
if you would
I
have
got a
thought,
question. I got a question.
George.
What's going
Go
on
ahead.
with Lamont putting up that last post of LeBron championships? How many times he went to the finals? What did he say from
I don't know.
2011 to 2020?
Man, I
What
don't
was up with
know.
that?
Man, that nigga Lamar
I don't
just be
know.
chatting.
I
Lamar
mean,
just
I'm
be
just
all
trying
that
to
chatting.
asking
say,
Why
for
y'all
what
be
was up with
asking
that?
that?
What
Understood
did
the
that
possible.
prove?
You gotta ask him, bro. I really
You gotta
You
You
can
you
ask
gotta
act
him.
ask
like
I ain't
him.
gonna lie
he
to
in
you.
the chat.
you
He
gotta
in the
I ain't
ask
chat.
gonna lie
him.
to you.
Y'all
You
is
a
We
LeBron
boys.
fan for real, bro.
I'm just
Y'all
saying
is
though. I don't
boys.
know, bro.
George,
no, we
I don't
George,
not.
know,
you a
bro. We can
LeBron
move
fan,
on though.
bro.
I don't even care. Be honest with you, George. I don't. We don't. You gotta ask him. He's in the chat. You ask him.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
Whatever you
just
I
true.
really want to know that.
say, I
George.
don't
I ain't
know,
gonna lie to
bro.
you. You gotta understand. We all have come to an agreement. Lamar just be chatting sometimes,
It
bro.
be
You just
trolling.
you gotta take this
Like
shit
he
serious.
doing it because like come on, bro. Like you. But that being said too about the phone. Listen,
Nah, like today about the Celtics. Like True know this shit. Like Lamar was sitting there was not saying this shit 2 months ago about the Celtics. He
Bro,
was
exactly.
no, he
not.
That's
wasn't,
why I was
bro.
like,
For
don't deflect. That's
real.
why
He flipped the script. He
don't
flipped the
deflect.
script today, dog.
People allowed to change their mind, man.
Or
They
even
know I was
earlier when he
cooking.
started, or even earlier when he started debating Tyson about athleticism and
Yeah.
coordination. Bro,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
but
bullshit. That was
if you
BS. That was
notice, but
BS.
even if you notice though, that's why I said when I mentioned about the chemistry and talent thing, I was like, because I was like, well, the Lakers, listen, Lakers, listen, like you look at the Lakers team, if they're fully healthy, they're not a bad basketball team, right?
yeah.
You got LeBron, AD, two top 10 players, and decent round players around them. Well, like D'Lo, how you even feel about him? He's still a very good basketball player. They're a good basketball team, but the reality situation is, there's only so many teams that get to a playoffs, right? we've seen
Mhm.
plenty of teams in the Western Conference. I remember one year vividly because I liked how they played. I remember Gordon Dragic from Suns teams when I think they had like Bledsoe and Jared Thomas. Um, they was a very good team, but they missed the play. Like even before, it's multiple examples of that in the deep Western Conference where we see good teams don't even make the playoffs. The Devin Booker Suns team, mind
Lakers
you,
ain't missing the
the
playoffs,
bubble,
bro.
the pandemic happened. They won, mind you, they was in the bubble. They won every single game and still didn't get in the playoff. You know what I mean?
They were too
So it's
far
like,
behind though.
Yeah,
huh?
but that's because Devin Booker's not that guy. That's
But I'm
They
that's
were.
just
the
They.
thing.
saying,
It
I'm
didn't
just
matter.
saying
It didn't
though.
matter whether they won them or lost. They
Yeah,
weren't
they
going to
got
make the
hot at the
playoffs
right
anyway.
time.
But
It just
but
it
this
was
is
too
my
late when they
thing
got
though.
hot.
Like we can acknowledge that the Lakers are a good basketball team. My thing is though, we can't just discredit what other teams also doing either though, because they're not by themselves in the gym. You know what I mean? They're not. You know what I mean? And that's all I was saying.
It
Hold
is,
on. So are the
bro.
Lakers even better than the Grizzlies at this point?
Yes.
No,
No, they're
not
I'm
not.
not
regular
Fully
comfortable
healthy.
season.
No, they're
saying
Not
that.
not.
regular
Fully
season
But
healthy. No,
wise.
they're
on
not.
Not
That's
paper,
a
regular.
true
Okay.
Not
fanboy
regular
right
season
Y'all
there.
wise.
on
trolling.
paper,
It is
on
about
paper,
Still,
no.
a
we don't got.
fanboy.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
No, on paper,
He
on
didn't make the
paper for the
playoffs
regular
last season,
season,
but
no.
okay.
On paper for the regular season, no. Yes, for the most injury riddled team,
Oh my
yes, we're not surprised
God.
they missed the playoffs.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
That's all we
For
saying
the
though. That's
regular
all we
season
saying
The
for the
Grizzlies,
Lakers.
the
specifically, no,
Grizzlies
they are
had
not
the
better than the
Grizzlies had the
Y'all are
most
Grizzlies.
injuries last year.
contradictive, man.
The
Grizzlies
I
had the
think
Grizzlies are
y'all
most injuries
take.
deep,
last
bro.
year.
Y'all are
I don't think people
contradictive. That
realize
shit
the
is
My
Grizzlies
crazy.
are
Grizzlies
deep.
got rookie of the year, man.
I'm just
Okay,
saying though.
all right, yeah, he's chatting, he's chatting.
Yeah, I'm just saying though. Like y'all, I think when we hear things like and I said it before. Lakers been
You say he
trash,
chatted.
whatever case may
He
be.
could win rookie of the year.
Yeah, and
Exactly,
He
I've been
could
just
win
saying
it.
not
I've
winning
been. I mean,
rookie.
I think
Exactly, just not winning
everybody
rookie of the
He
guilty.
year.
could.
Well, not even this
No,
guilty.
he
We
could
just
not.
call like
You don't know.
Lakers are.
Sonny, stop.
That's
Let him.
funny. But Lakers are trash, whatever. But like we just saying it to just be funny, and the fact that we look at, I mean, they're in the plane, whatever, right? Just laughs and jokes. But like if you look at the team, nobody denying that. Like you're not like when you watch them, and if your other teams playing them, they're not sleeping on Lakers. But
No.
like that, like I said, it's other good teams too that work. Like they're not the only basketball team existing. You know what I mean? They're not like nobody laying down for them. You know what
Nobody
I mean?
got
That's
better
all I'm
Bro,
saying.
around the
bro,
Lakers.
to sit here and try to use the injury excuse for the Grizzlies when they don't use that excuse for the Lakers is nasty work,
That's
bro.
I
They use
did,
the
but I
injury.
see that was my that's one of my reasons. That was one of my reasons
That's
too.
what.
I
Yes,
said that.
that's what I'm saying. But the Lakers could be injured, and if they don't make the playoffs or if they don't make it deep in the playoffs, it's because they're trash. But the Grizzlies can be injured and miss the playoffs, but all of a sudden they're going to be better than the Lakers the next season,
But
bro. That's contradictory, bro. That's nasty work.
The Lakers, the Lakers are trash though, Rud. And thing, and it's not
You cutting
because
out, bro. You cutting out.
like I want to go on LeBron. You said cut you.
like,
No, you was cutting out. I didn't hear you.
but even with and like I said, even with that, like y'all, so expect, and like I said, even with that though, like when did Jared Vanderbilt even gonna come back?
That's true. Those are points, bro. But to sit here and try to write off a team that has the same core that went to the Western Conference Finals, especially in this decade of parity, where the defending champs have not made it out past the second round of next year, where a team like the Mavericks, who missed the playoffs, all they did was make a few trades at the adjustments at the
They
trade
made good
deadline,
adjustments
and
though.
they
We
make
ain't
and
gonna
they
lie.
make a finals run, bro. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
but
fam.
you can't compare yourselves. You can't compare the Lakers
Yeah,
to the
but
Mavs,
are y'all
bro.
the same? If
No,
you
yes,
think the
I can.
Lakers can
Yes, I
compete, you
can.
think Lakers
You
are the same
can.
level as the Mavericks? Do you think the Lakers are the same
No,
level
they're
as the
not.
Mavericks?
Bro, I think all these
No,
niggas are the same level. And I
Y'all
got
gotta
the
stop.
Mavs
Come
winning.
on, see, that's what
Bro,
I'm
I
just
got the
saying,
Mavs
bro.
winning
Y'all
the
gotta stop.
championship next year. I think the Mavs are going
nah,
to win it
you
all
bugging.
next
But
year,
you
bro.
think the
I
Lakers?
think they
But no,
all
I'm
same
not
level,
mad at
bro.
that.
Let's
But
be
you
Oh
think
real.
the
wow.
Lakers,
You bugging if you
even
think the
that we
Mavs
can,
win the championship next year.
I
That's
do.
crazy.
that's
I
still
do.
crazy, dude. That's neither here or there. But my thing
That's
is
crazy.
though, that's still.
I
But
don't
do
even
you
got
think the
that.
Lakers? But my thing is,
I
you
do.
think the
I think they
Lakers
will.
are the same level as the Mavericks?
No, they're
Bro, I
not.
think, yeah, yeah.
No, they're
That's
not.
crazy to
There's
me.
nothing
That's
They're
about the
not.
crazy.
Mavericks that makes me put them drastically over the Lakers, bro. I'm sorry.
You
Got a
on
better
your
team
mind, brother.
overall. Like, what do you
If
mean?
you
We got
said
a
the
better team.
Celtics, then maybe. If you said somebody like the Celtics, then I would say,
The
yeah,
the
we can make that
maybe is
argument, bro.
crazy.
But
You
not
saying
the
the
Mavs,
that's
bro.
the
Bro,
maybe is so is crazy.
I don't it's the Laker delusional, like the Laker
It
delusion,
has nothing
right?
to do with
Like
Is
delusion, bro.
the
somebody
Y'all
Lakers
just
going,
not
don't.
being
bro? Hold
objective.
on, hold on, hold
It
on.
has nothing to do with delusion, bro. Y'all are not being objective.
For all these dudes that's in here, that these great basketball minds, why ain't nobody asked this nigga to actually tell us why are the Lakers that close to the Dallas
I was
Mavericks?
gonna get you. I would love.
You know what?
That's
Go
a good
ahead. Yeah,
question.
that's
I
Bro,
was
that's good.
listen.
Good.
Who me? Listen, I
Yeah,
don't give a shit about.
Yes.
Bro, listen, I don't give a shit about none of that. You could try to
Nah,
back me
nah,
to
nah,
that
nah, nah.
corner.
Answer
Listen,
the
listen,
question.
listen,
No, no, no.
listen,
Answer the
That is an
listen.
question.
important
You could
question though.
listen, listen,
Like,
listen, listen. You could try to back me into that corner all you want,
not
bro.
back me to the corner.
No. Listen,
That's
you could try to
not
back me.
It's
Look,
not
you
a
could try to
corner. It's a
see. All
question.
right,
Ready?
bet. Okay, so forget it. I
That's
won't say nothing.
not.
Go ahead, go ahead.
No. Ruh, it's not
No,
about you not
no,
saying anything. We're just saying if you're gonna say something,
No,
and
no.
I
I'm gonna
think that's a
ask you. No, no,
valid
no.
question.
I'll
No,
ask him
I'll
the
wait.
question to give
I'll
him the head
wait.
start.
I'll wait,
Yeah,
bro.
ready, ready. I'll ask you the question to give you the head start. Okay. Why are the Lakers in the same tier as the Dallas Mavericks? What is it
So,
about
so,
them? What is
so,
their style of personnel? What is it that
so,
has you
so,
in the same tier?
can I preface this right quick? It's disingenuous to try to ask someone to break down a playbook for you before they
no.
answer a
You didn't.
question.
Nobody
Hold on.
said a playbook.
Listen, but I'm saying this is where it comes
All right,
off
bro. Just
as.
answer the question.
I'm
Just
not
do your
saying, but
thing
no,
and then
hold
answer
on,
the question at the
hold on,
end.
because I was already talking and y'all cut me off.
All right,
I
bro.
was
Go
already
ahead.
speaking.
Go ahead. Go
It's
ahead, bro.
Okay.
disingenuous. It's
We love you, bro.
disingenuous to imply for someone to try to break down a playbook or
You
or or
being
recite to
delusional
you
though.
or
No,
recite
let
to
him
you
talk. Let him
70.
talk. Let him
Let
talk.
him finish. Let him
Thank you.
finish.
Thank you. See, exactly. This how you know. This how you know. Or to recite to you 75 years of NBA history before they answer a question, bro. It's not like that, bro. I have my own observation. I have my own perception. I'm going based off of the history that I've seen since 2020 and even before 2020, 2018. We have not seen a repeat champion. What I've seen from since 2018, what I've seen from these teams that have almost made it, teams like the Celtics, teams like the Miami Heat, what I've seen them do is get better over the offseason. I've seen them make adjustments. I've seen health become a major issue, bro. I've seen all those things, bro. And on top of that, I've looked at the end result, bro. And the end result of all these teams, besides the Celtics, besides Denver the year before, besides the Warriors the year before that, besides all those other teams, the end result is the same, bro. They don't fucking win.
All right,
So,
let me
so
ask you
for
a question,
someone,
bro.
so for hold
Did the
on, wait,
Hold
Lakers
wait.
get
on,
better?
So
hold
hold
Let
on,
on,
him, let him
wait,
finish.
Brandon,
Let him
Brandon,
finish. Let him
Brandon.
finish. Let him
Let him
finish. Let him
finish.
finish. Let him
Hold on,
finish.
Saying
hold on.
nothing.
So hold on. I don't give a
I
shit.
know
I
he's
don't
not,
care.
but let him
I don't
finish.
care. I don't care. I don't
Go
care.
ahead,
So
bro.
for
Go ahead, bro.
someone
I
to
love
sit
you, bro.
there, no. That's like you telling me, right? If we haven't had a
Uh-huh.
I
repeat
said I love
champion,
you,
if they
bro.
haven't, no, bro. If they have not made it out of the second round the year after, and you telling me that they're automatically going to two-peat, bro, I would say that's kind of ridiculous according to what I've seen over these past years. That's what I'm saying. What have the Mavericks really done as far as end result success that the Lakers
Hmm.
have not done,
Well,
bro?
hold on. Oh, go ahead, bro.
What have they done, bro? And this is why I said you can't make
We've drafted. Hold on, we've
you can't
drafted
make,
better.
bro. The
We've
Lakers'
drafted better
main
than the
problem,
Lakers.
bro. The Lakers' main problem has been injuries, bro. And anyone who wants to deny that has not been paying attention. It's been injuries, bro. A
All right,
healthy
cool.
Lakers squad is good for a Western Conference Finals run, at least that. And I never even said they were going to win a championship.
All right,
I'm
cool.
not even.
So
But that.
hold on, true,
that
real quick, because
That has
this
been
was
their main
that.
problem, but that's not their
No, no,
only
no, no, no.
problem.
Okay,
It definitely has been it definitely has been a problem, right? But we're not gonna act like Buddy didn't just sit here and spew a bunch of nothing,
I
right?
know,
You just gave
I
us a
know, I
it's
know. I was
nothing
a
gonna
to
bunch.
ask him
you,
the
You
question
just
but you
gave
again.
can't
us
I was
prove
a.
me
gonna ask him
wrong.
the question
It's
again.
nothing to
You just
you,
can't. Hold on, no,
but you
no, no,
can't
no.
prove me wrong. But you
No,
can't prove
listen,
me
I
wrong.
can't.
You
Hold on,
brain
I
about to
can't
prove
No,
prove
you
you
you.
wrong.
can't.
It's
No,
not
you
No,
about
can't.
listen,
You
proving
hold on,
you
dodging
listen.
wrong.
now.
It's not about proving you wrong, Reddy. It's about explaining to you
Hold
that
on,
that's not
casual.
the end of the story. But go ahead,
Casual,
Brandon.
listen,
I'm sorry.
casual. Listen, this is the thing. So we've signed better players than you all. We've drafted better players than you all. You all have an aging 40-year-old player in LeBron, and that is your great white hope. That is who you all are riding to get to the
Oh, that's
finals and win another
hyperbole.
championship. Like,
You
what are you
you
talking
you
about,
talking like
bro?
LeBron is the average 40-year-old, but go ahead, continue.
You
Listen,
definitely not.
LeBron.
Oh
Hold
Continue.
my
on. What
Yeah,
god.
is? Hold
continue.
on. Listen. I actually agree with you. LeBron isn't the average 40-year-old, but LeBron also isn't that Miami Heat LeBron that used to be able to carry teams to deep playoff runs either.
Who's
LeBron can't do that anymore.
bro,
And then you
who's
want to
acting
talk
for
about
Miami
injuries.
Heat LeBron?
You said
He
what?
Oh,
ain't even
my bad. Go
2018
ahead. Sorry,
LeBron or
sorry.
2020.
He's not even right. He's not even 2018 LeBron. That's what I'm saying. So it's like you want to sit here and talk about y'all are on the same level, bro. You're delusional. Y'all are not on the same level as the Grizzlies, nigga. You're not on the same level as the Kings, nigga. You're not even on the
That's
same.
your
I'm,
oh my
I'm gonna
god.
be honest with you. I'm gonna be
How
honest with you,
how are the
bro.
Grizzlies better than the
Hold on,
Lakers,
hold on, hold on,
bro?
hold on, hold
They
on,
was just in the bro.
hold on,
The Grizzlies were the
Rud,
2 seed, and the Lakers
You just,
bounced them. The
Rud, you
Lakers
just
bounced
spun.
them
Hold
from the
on, Rud,
playoffs, and then they missed the
Rud,
playoffs the next year. What are you
Rud. You
talking
just spun
about?
out. Hold on, you just
What are
spun
you
out when I
talking
interrupted
about?
you. You just
Why are
spun.
you
Oh, you
using
know
the
what?
playoffs to
No, hold on,
determine
casual, casual.
Okay,
I'm
I
talking
okay,
just
about the
I'm
end
sorry,
interrupted
brother.
you.
result, bro. Not
Hold on,
this regular season hype.
listen. Rud, so hold on, calm down, brother. Calm down. So if you're gonna interrupt me, I need you to at
I
least
got you,
answer this
brother.
question. All right, I appreciate you, brother. We're siblings. So listen, if you're gonna interrupt me, I need you to at least answer this question honestly, yes or no. Did the Lakers get better in the offseason? Yes or no?
Bro, they stayed the same.
Okay, cool.
If
Did
they're
hold on?
healthy,
Did the
then
Mavs?
yes,
Hold
they're
on.
better.
Hold on. Did the Mavs
So
get
they
better?
didn't get better.
Did the
If they're
Mavs get better?
healthy, then yeah, they got better.
Hold on. Did the Mavs get better?
They're not healthy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying, hold on. So you're saying that the Lakers stayed the same, and you're saying that the Mavs got better. So how the fuck are the Lakers on the level of the Mavs if the Mavs got better and the
Bro,
Lakers
That
didn't?
is crazy. That
I
was
don't
like
see
cooked.
any. Listen,
Checkmate.
I honestly do not see
Checkmate.
Checkmate is
We good.
listen,
crazy.
because
We good, brother.
maybe I gotta say this so you can understand. I said this on the Discord before, bro, and this is with all of these
And I
moves
love
during
you,
the
by the
trade
way,
market.
brother.
Look, right. This is with all the
He
moves
not
during
gonna
the trade
say it
market.
back, Brandon.
I have not seen any major move that makes me catapult any team besides the Celtics out of respect who won the championship. I have not seen any major move during the offseason that catapults any team to being a lock to even make it out of their conference, bro. I
I
haven't
mean,
seen that, bro.
I seen the
So
T Wolves make, I seen the T Wolves make better moves than the Lakers.
Hey, hold on, time
T-Wolves
out.
got worse
Forget
in
that.
my
Hold on,
opinion.
I'm curious now because you very high on the Lakers. I'm curious. So let's say Celtics don't make it to the conference finals. Let's say Lakers make it to the finals, right? So Philly and like Knicks, you think the Lakers are like and help both teams, like all teams help everybody healthy? You think the Lakers are the same level as the Knicks or Philly?
No, nigga.
Bro, see, this is what I'm talking. Oh my
No, that's a
god.
simple question. That is a simple question.
So
That's not like
we're
I'm
making
because
on paper judgments.
no, that's a simple question. I'm not trying to put you in no
But
corner.
these
That's
are
a
on
simple
paper
question, bro.
judgments, bro. These are Mikal Bridges, which is one of my favorite players. He went over to the Knicks. These are on paper judgments, right? Like Cat just went over to the Knicks. So these are on paper judgments. We're
No, wait,
judging what
hold
we
on.
see
By
on
your
paper
logic, they just made a deep playoff
because
run
the
last
season
year.
hasn't
That's some
started
big
yet.
moves, though. That's some big moves in the offseason. They both
And
they
they got
both
two
teams
first-round
made.
They're
choices.
moves, bro. But to me, they're not moves where it's like, oh, Kevin Durant went over here somewhere,
Wait, so
or
hold on.
Nikola
So Carl
Jokic went
Anthony
over
Come
here
Towns,
on, come
Mikal
somewhere,
on,
or
Bridges,
bro. We
some
ain't gonna
like,
do
come
that.
on, my nigga.
Carl
Come
Anthony
on,
Towns
man.
is not a big move for them. Like
That's a
Mikal
great, bro.
Bridges
That's
is
a
not a big
great
move.
move for the Knicks, bro. I had the Knicks finishing off second in the East, so either second or first, bro. Honestly,
Ruddy, this is what's gonna happen, right? Let's play your game, right? This is what's gonna happen. The Celtics get bounced out early on, right? The Lakers just make a miraculous run. They get to the finals.
Completely unrealistic.
Whoever they face in the finals, they're gonna smoke the shit out the Lakers, and then you're gonna be on the panel talking about, well, LeBron didn't have help. That's what you're gonna
Damn,
do.
son, you
bro.
This is
still
what
in
you.
the dark.
I guess. I guess
Completely
if that's your
unrealistic.
prediction, bro, that's
Completely
your
unrealistic.
prediction. You're not going based
Jordan's
off of
tripping,
nothing that
bro.
happened this season. You're going based off of what happened in the past, and I'm
All right,
simply doing the
all
same
right, we can
thing,
move on.
but
All right, we
telling
can
you
move
to
on.
keep the same energy.
We
That's
can
it.
move on. We can move
So
on.
what's the conversation?
Nah,
Act like you don't
We was
understand what the
talking.
fuck
We was
I'm
talking
saying. That
about.
shit
We
is
basically
crazy,
talking
bro.
about the Lakers. So
can I
basically, we talking about
comment
the
now?
Lakers are
'Cause when did I
how
project the
good they
Lakers to
are.
win a championship?
No,
When did
Mute
not
I
your
say
even.
damn
that?
No, it's
mic.
not even that. I don't
Mute your
even
damn
forget.
mic.
Hold over. That's not
When
even.
did
Mute
I
your
say they
mic.
were going to win a championship?
Mute your damn mic.
All I'm saying,
I
the
just want to
conversation is
comment.
about. Hold on. The conversation about how good are the Lakers compared to where they are in the league compared to guys or wherever you feel that where the Lakers is at, and you know, Rudy Who thinks that Hood. I mean, my big my part.
Rudy Who
Oh,
is crazy.
my
That
You're
nigga
fault.
put crazy
wild.
work, bro.
My fault.
Rudy Who
Rudy
is
Roo.
crazy.
My fault.
Hey, true.
Hood. My man
Y'all
Hood.
arguing with straw men, honestly.
My
But go
no,
ahead.
By the
I
way,
ain't
chat.
said nothing.
After we use our donations to get Hollywood Herm a PC, we're gonna then
Thanks.
Get
use
him a MacBook.
we then gonna use the
I already
donation to
got
get
one though. I
P5 who
don't know
just
why
left. We're
y'all
gonna use it to get him a ring light
fuck
because that
fuck
Get
nigga's
that
been
nigga
in
a
the
fuck.
dark
lamp.
for years
See,
now.
Let it go.
Damn, stole my joke. God
Now,
damn.
All right,
for
all right,
that.
I'm back now.
but basically the conversation is like, okay, how good are the Lakers in the NBA? We all like to call them trash or not good per se because they're a playing team and whatever it can be, right? First round exits, but and it's a possibility they may miss the playoff. But if you look at their team, I think everybody can agree that they're not like technically not a bad basketball team, right? I think everybody can agree with that, just being subjective,
No, they're
right?
not bad.
They're not good
But
either though.
no, they like if you, I think they can
Exactly.
win.
See,
I think it'd be above 500. The
but all
problem is,
these other
listen, they,
all
and this
these
is the
other
thing is,
losers are good though. Like,
that
come
this
on, dog.
but this is the thing too, though. And the reason why people like because I think they're gonna be above 500 next year, right? But the thing is that gonna be good enough for them to make the playoffs? That's just the reality situation, how the current
Here's
state
my
of the
thing
league.
with the
Y'all say
Lakers.
they're not gonna
Like,
make the playoffs every fucking year, bro.
if we're
Let's be
talking
real.
about
Yeah,
like,
but y'all
no,
gotta
no,
go through the
whoa.
play-in.
Hold on, P5. I'm curious with P5.
Are the Lakers gonna be a playoff team? I think they will be. They'll be a playoff team. I don't think there's too much question in that. I think there are gaps. I think the Western Conference is incredibly competitive. Will they be a playing team? Probably. But are they going to be a playoff team? I think they absolutely will be. But and again, I think they'll for sure be above 500. They'll be like maybe around what they were last year, like 46, maybe even more, sub 50 wins. Because I think a lot of teams in the West are going to have very high win totals just because the Eastern Conference, I just think is so bad. It's a horrible conference. I think the East is terrible. So I mean, like, if teams in the West,
who's gonna tell P5?
I don't think the East that tell you. Y'all,
who's gonna tell
you ain't
them?
the first.
No, I'm not. I don't think the
Yeah,
East.
nah, the East is nice, bro. You bugging.
No, the East is not. No.
Yeah, you chat. You're
I'm like, you
chatting.
y'all.
You're chatting.
We
I was
got.
with you
Man,
until
I
that
ain't gonna lie,
point.
y'all is
Let
kind of
him land.
gassing.
Let him land.
Well,
Let
I,
him land.
I
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
respond to Redick.
P5, what is bad about the Bucks, the Celtics, the 76ers, the Cleveland
Oh
Cavaliers?
no. Does the East
Orlando
have its
Magic?
top tier team? Hold on, wait a minute. Give me my sister's. What?
So your sister, we said,
Well,
hey,
we can't even see her because you don't have the
yes,
ring light. Once again, guys, donate.
Give me,
Guys.
give me,
Donate.
give me one
You
moment.
good, you good.
Yeah, go ahead.
All
Go
right.
ahead. Take your time.
Cut your
Now,
camera
now I
on.
could go in.
But
Now I could go
like
in.
even like in the East, listen, the East got better too. Like, listen, great. We all agree that the Western Conference is the better conference, right? I don't think nobody's gonna like argue that. But like, listen, the Eastern Conference not no joke though. Like, and granted, like I think like listen, the Bucks, they're not like a easy team. Like they're not like especially like no regular season, right? You playing against them, they're not like no walk in the park team. Let's not like y'all. I get it. 2 years getting put out first round, but like they're not low.
True. Watch your mouth. Stop playing
I'm
with me.
just no, but the
Stop playing with you.
point is though, I can get other teams too that got put up, like Cavaliers. I'm just saying they're not no easy teams. Like I don't like the whole. Because mind you, P5 ain't the only person I heard that like, oh, the East is just trash. Like, oh,
Yeah, I've heard.
Y'all got calm down.
I've been hearing this
calm
for the
down.
last few weeks too.
Y'all got to calm down with that, my opinion. Because
Yeah.
like, hold up, these teams are not like. Because there's some teams that for
Can
sure
I get
like
2 barbecues?
like Orlando. I don't think
This
Orlando
fat
ain't.
ass nigga. Can I get two?
I knew Free Brandon was
Fat
gonna
ass
say
nigga,
something.
man. Fat
Man.
ass nigga, man.
That's
Shoot this
insane.
nigga fat, man. You
See.
up, fat boy.
That's insane.
Damn, it's always on.
Okay, I'm back.
Bill
Okay, I'm back.
Nigga get barbecue, bro.
Now I'm
Nigga
back.
get barbecue sauce for his chicken strips, and niggas just start going
Yeah,
crazy.
all right,
Like,
mute up, fat
damn.
boy. Mute up, fat
Yeah,
boy.
well, how about
Now,
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Brandon? How are you a Dallas fan, but yet you show up on the court like you a fucking Clippers fan?
Look,
How do you do that? How are you a Kawhi
listen,
Leonard?
you already,
How are you
choked your joke.
Kawhi Leonard
You
with the
choked-
attendance? Huh?
Yeah, you choked your joke. Yeah.
How are
You
you?
choked your joke.
How are you
Yeah,
Kawhi Leonard with
yeah,
with the attendance?
That's
Huh?
insane.
Sure. Yeah, you choked your
I'm
joke.
back
All
now.
right.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Go
back.
ahead, P5. He fumbled his joke. Go ahead, P5.
No.
Okay,
Go
now
ahead,
like I
Nigga, eat
was
your
P5.
saying,
You
barbecue
good,
sauce,
brother?
nigga.
now like I was saying, does the Eastern Conference have its top tier teams? Yes, they do. Every conference throughout NBA history, except for like maybe the 2000s East, has had contenders. But when we're talking about the East compared to the West, it's not a deep conference. There's a lot of really bad teams in the East. Who are even worse than the bad teams in the West. Like teams in the West will eat these teams. I'm talking about the Pistons, the Wizards. I'm talking about the Hornets. Still, even I think they could be a little bit better.
Hawks.
The Raptors, the Nets are horrible. I don't think the Hawks are going to be any good this year. The Bulls are going to be quite bad. There's a lot of really bad teams in the East. And when we're just talking about some of even the mid-tier to top-tier teams in the East, teams in the West, I just think are better than them. I think the Cavaliers are fine, but I don't think I think a lot of teams in the West will still be able to beat them. I don't think the Pacers are like what you would call like this contender throughout the land of the NBA, right? I don't think Miami is a contender in what you would call this land throughout the NBA. So is it like one of the worst conferences the league has ever seen? No. But is it really bad compared to the West? Yes. The Eastern Conference is not.
P5, but I think the thing is
The Eastern Conference is not a deep.
Mute up, Brandon. Mute up.
My bad,
The Eastern Conference is not deep, and there are contending teams who will be able to compete with Western Conference teams. But I just don't think it's a deep conference. It's not a very competitive conference outside of like maybe 3 teams. The West will eat the East alive this year. That is what I think will happen. Did the East get better? Yes, but did the West also get better? Absolutely. So I mean, that's kind of where I'm coming with that, and that's why I think a lot of teams in the West will have, or a lot of the playoff teams or playing teams. We might see 8 teams in the West this year, similar to last year, have 45, 46 plus wins, and we might see like the worst team in the West this year have like sub 30.
I mean, I
So, I
agree
mean,
with that.
like
Yeah.
that's what I think of the Eastern Conference. When it comes to Lakers,
I agree. I agree when it comes to like the deep, like granted, like the team like the Wizards, for sure, for a fact, like Brooklyn Nets and the Wizards in Detroit gonna be trash.
there are 5 or 6
garbage.
truly bad teams in the Eastern Conference.
The
Truly
Bull-
bad.
I think
Truly
I
bad.
ain't gonna lie. The
capping a little
Bulls ain't gonna be no team to be like they're gonna make no deep playoff run.
They're a bad team. They're just a really bad team.
They're a weird. I want to call them.
They're really bad.
We'll see with Lonzo how they look when Lonzo ball. I don't know. I mean, they're bad as of right now. They're bad.
The Hawks are a bad team. The Raptors are really
Hawks
bad.
is bad.
The Nets are really bad. The Hornets are still a bad team. Like there's
No, but it's you're comparing the East to the West, and I think where we all got caught up on was you said that the East was just terrible. Now you could say that the East isn't as deep as the West.
Talented
We
as
all
the
can sit here and
West.
agree.
Yeah.
Hornets,
But I
healthy
disagree.
Hornets-
I mean, will the Eastern Conference
I
be able to
don't think
compete
a
with
healthy Hornets
itself?
team is
Sure,
bad though.
but
I don't think
Like
a
the
healthy
Western
Hornets team is
Conference,
bad.
the you saying that the East is. I'm gonna let you go, Herm. You saying that the Eastern Conference is terrible,
it's bad.
and the reason for you saying that it's terrible is comparing it to the Western Conference, who is probably the most competitive. At
we've
its
seen
most
in a while.
competitive height. Like we've seen since like the
Probably,
Western
yeah.
Conference in the 2010s. That's
Yeah.
a bad standard to put them to.
No,
That's
casual.
a bad standard to put them to,
Because
especially.
my point was because
Mhm.
we are all aware that there are interconference matchups, right? Every team in the league almost
Okay.
plays every other team at least twice if it's interconference. A lot of those interconference matchups will go to the West, including the Lakers, which is why I said they probably will be a sub 45, 46, maybe even higher win team, like a lot of other teams in the West will be. That's the point I was saying. Because
Okay.
if I'm talking about
his
point, then the
Uh,
West
okay.
then the West is far better than the East, and the West will be able to beat up on the East, especially the weaker teams.
That's cap to me though, because I
Because I
think
think part of this is something. Part of this is something you just. I don't think you're like aware of, but
You're
like the
comparing
Eastern
it to
Conference was
the
more
West, but you
competitive.
should be comparing it to the East in the prior years.
Because I don't think a healthy Hornets team to me are a bad team.
No,
That's just me.
They
Them
are
niggas just be
not.
hurt.
They are
They
not.
should be hurt.
They are not.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
they're not a bad team. I mean, and like I said, the Bulls is like I want to say the Bulls gonna be trash, but they're a tricky situation. Like, and I'm not saying the Bulls gonna like you make the play. Like the reason why I'm saying that because like if they healthy, Lonzo Ball is back. They say he gonna be ready in the season. We'll see how he looks. Granted, he ain't playing 2 years, so granted, I'm not gonna like argue they're not gonna be bad per se, but they're you know what I mean. They be teams that we think are bad, they become good. You know what I mean? That's how it goes.
But true, you know what it's like? So it's like we know Herm isn't a bad face-off person, right? But earlier I feel like he had a bad face-off.
Oh God.
Herm, would you like to speak? Herm, would you like to speak to that? Go ahead, Herm.
Yeah, Orlando Magic gonna be good. Yeah, Orlando Magic gonna be very.
The Magic will be really
tough
good.
team.
The Magic are going to be.
I
really
threw the
good.
alley off the backboard.
I'll
This
say that
nigga
the
ran to
Magic
the
can be
bench.
quite good.
This nigga here, bro.
I ain't running to no damn bench. Shit,
Go ahead, Herm. Go ahead.
I just
Herm.
ain't fit over talk niggas, nigga. I ain't trying to
Go
be
ahead,
rude.
Herm. Go ahead, nigga.
But at the end of the day, I think P5 over exaggerated. With it's not gonna be as many 50-win teams as you think it is. I think the NBA is as close to being even as it's been in a long time. I think you got a competitive. Honestly, you got 8 teams that's competitive in the East. Honestly, now, in the West, yes, you got 11 to 12 teams, but you could mainly just say 11 teams that's go primarily compete for playoff spots. But the East is more competitive than what you realize. Indiana's going to be better, of course. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals off of making a big trade, and they only had a half a season to play together, and they still made a run. Granted, it was injuries that got in the way, but they still made it there. The Knicks, you seen they got better. Philly, they got better. People may not like Paul George mentalities, but Philly has got better, and they actually got a deep roster. They got a bench. Milwaukee, despite of how I feel about Doc Rivers and them boys, they still a solid team. And at the end of the day, this their second year playing together. This gonna be their first full season with Doc, so Doc may implement some things that may get them going early. I just think, end of the day, a lot of teams are gonna be beating each other down, and it's not gonna be as many 50-win teams as you think it may be. A lot of
How many
teams.
51 teams do you think I said?
you basically feel like that most of the West go like the top 6, 7 seeds. If I'm listening to you correctly, you feel like they'll probably win 50 games. I only think it's gonna be like 2 or 3. I
I
think.
think that
Oh, I don't know.
I think the 8th seed in the West will probably have around 45 wins, and then
But that's the thing. What you're
But that's
describing
that in the
is
East.
literally the situation. What you're
but
describing
what
was
I'm saying
literally
though
last
is what
year.
I'm saying I'm not saying the East as of now compared to other conferences in the past are horrible. I'm saying that in today's NBA, the teams in the West are just better than the teams in the East.
I
Okay,
think the
okay.
Orlando Magic. I think the
Okay, okay.
Orlando
Last year,
Magic better than a lot
but
of
last
teams in
year,
the West.
hold on. Follow this,
Oh,
Hearn.
oh yeah, for sure. The Magic are. The Magic
Last
are.
year, what seed was the Lakers last year, Hearn?
The Lakers were 17. Oh, you asked
They
her.
they was they
No.
they was
You can
They were
answer as
7.
well.
yeah. Go ahead, P5.
They were
They
7,
were
weren't they?
they were a 7 seed.
Yeah.
They finished 7th seed, but they were the 8th seed. They were the 8th
Well,
seed
yeah,
first.
yeah,
Okay, they were 47 wins.
yeah.
The Miami Heat. What they were the 9th seed. How
Yeah.
many
Let's see.
games do you think they won last year?
They won
They won.
46. I know that they won 46.
Okay. So the difference between Miami and LeBron and the
It was one
Lakers
game.
is 1 game.
Yeah.
And every other team, Philadelphia, who the reason why they fell back in standings is because
Because
Joel
they was
Embiid got
hurt.
hurt. The reason why the Indiana fell back a few seeds was because Tyrese got hurt and they traded for Pascal.
Pascal.
Yeah.
Orlando and Cleveland Orlando was 47, Cleveland was 48. They were the 4th and 5th seed. That's the disparity. Now, I think the conversation should be more centered around the Western Conference top being better than the Eastern Conference's top. Because outside of Boston, I think everybody would agree Oklahoma City is going to be better than New York. Denver will still be probably like the 3rd best team at worst, at
Mhm.
best.
Oh,
Yeah.
Minnesota
Philly,
is still
Philly
is
nice
still
so
that
far.
quality of a team. At the least, they'll still be a 50-win team.
And, and,
They are more top heavy than the Eastern Conference,
and
but the depth
P5,
is not
man.
that far apart between teams like
I
Orlando,
agree.
Indiana, Philadelphia, Miami,
Cleveland.
Who do you think are
Cleveland.
the top
Well, I
tier?
already said Cleveland.
Now, but mind you,
And teams
P5, the
like
fourth
Phoenix, New
seed.
Orleans, the
Hey, but
Lakers,
casual.
Sacramento.
But casual. But the fourth seed in the Western Conference made it to the finals last year. That lets you know a lot of teams gonna be beating each other. And that lets you know it's gonna be around the same thing. Guys with like 47, 48 wins. Guys gonna have around the same amount of wins. It's not gonna be as many 50-win teams as people expected to be. Minnesota gonna drop off in the wins. They're not gonna win as many games as they won last year. They still
I
gonna
don't
be a
know about
playoff
that.
team.
Y'all, we gotta slow down
They
on that
not.
too,
Stop.
though.
I don't
They
think they're
not.
gonna win as many games they won last
We
year.
gotta slow down, Jules.
Wait, what did he
Listen,
say?
They
What
not.
did he
Denver
say?
either.
hey, listen, listen. One thing we do know, Julius Randle going to drop off in the playoffs, but when it comes to regular season,
In the
he,
regular season, he'll be
that's not.
fine.
We gotta
Minnesota will
slow
be
down the
fine.
production because if he do the same production he does like normally, since he's been emerging as an all-star player or whatever, they can still win the same amount of games or even better. The question with that is the playoff. That's a whole nother story. Like I think you know what I mean. They're gonna be the same or even better last year when it comes to wins.
This
Yeah.
shit,
Fully healthy.
Julius Randle being
No,
good.
I think they'll
He
be the
wasn't
same, if
winning
not
50
slightly worse.
games. His teams wasn't winning 50 games.
I mean, you had Denver Chance. They got more bench now too, though. I forget
They
about
got
that.
more
You know what I
depth. They
mean?
got more depth. However,
That should help too.
that offense is still gonna look.
It better than what it was. Though. It better than what it was.
The
Casual.
No,
Mavs
no,
It's
were
no,
a
it's
better.
2
not. No, it's
seed
not. No,
It's
it's
last
better
year.
than what
not.
it
No, it's
Instead
not.
of
was. We gonna go back to this.
The bench's offense got slightly better with
That
DiVincenzo's floor spacing, but Karl Anthony Towns not being not being on the floor with Anthony Edwards, Jalen McDaniels, and Rudy Gobert, and you replacing that with Julius Randle, who's not that good of a 3-point shooter. No,
but
that's
it's
I have
the
a
thing he
I have a
can do
question for
though.
the panel. I have a question. Do y'all
Yeah.
think would y'all say that 261 and 191 is a really big gap?
this nigga
Yeah.
way got facts.
Did you go
261. The Western Conference against the
the
East
Western
was
Conference wins?
261 and 191. The West
Yeah.
won 261 times.
Shit.
That's a pretty big gap, isn't it? It's a pretty big gap.
Mm.
So what I'm saying is, teams in the Western Conference
Mhm.
will be able to beat up on especially the weaker team. The reason it's like that is because there are too many bad teams in the East, like I said, and it's going to be even more this year. There's gonna be 5 or 6 teams in the East that I would call legitimately.
6, you dragging with
Hold
the
on,
6.
talking about no.
All right,
Time out.
all right. So
Hold on.
let me
I
let me
got him.
list
I
off
got
these
him.
teams.
I got him. As soon as you get done, I'll explain to you why that stat is very misleading.
How? Okay. I'll let you explain to me how it's misleading. To
Go
True
ahead.
to True to King. In the Eastern Conference, if I go through it right now, tell me if I'm wrong on these teams. If I would call them truly bad teams, the Pistons are bad.
Absolutely. Yeah, he cut out. That is his name.
Mm-hmm.
No, he definitely cut out.
Well, he crashed out.
The
So I got a
Pistons are
question though.
bad.
Like, I got a question real
Detroit
quick.
was a bad team. Washington was a bad team. Charlotte was a bad team. Toronto was a bad team. Brooklyn was a bad team.
I
Atlanta
got a
was a bad team.
question, right? I
Yeah.
want to hear your honest opinion, fam. Like, honestly, honest answer. What are you guys basing your assessments or predictions on for these teams next year? Are we basing them on paper or are we basing them on what we've seen so far?
I mean, it's a little bit of
I
both in a
mean,
sense, right?
we've only seen 2
Yeah, it's a
games.
little
Like
bit
we
of
haven't
No,
seen
I mean
much
like
besides basically.
I
the
mean,
previous season or whatever. Like, what are
I
we
mean,
what are
here's the
we going
thing:
off
you
of?
can't really go over last year that much. I mean, you can't really go over that much per se. Like you just, I just go off of like with the roster being constructed, like compared to other teams. Um, that's how I do. Like, 'cause like I said, for me personally, like I said, the Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves can be better. My opinion, it's just really up to Julius Randle. To be honest with you, like that he's really like the key of how to, you know what I mean, if they're gonna be better or not. That's really because like to casual point, yeah, he's not the same level 3-point shooter, but he can pass and he's a better shot creator than Carver Town. The question is going to be right in the playoffs, and granted, he's historically dropped off. Like it's insane. Like you know what I mean, like he's in the genjutsu, you know, somewhat how in the playoffs. So that's the thing too. That's why I feel. That's why I feel though. Timberwolves made this trade, not just financially, but also they confident of that man Randall's talent. Let's not forget he's all NBA. He made all NBA before. It ain't like he, you know what I mean?
Hey, drop the link for
Yeah,
P5
I just dropped it.
in the chat.
So is it an even balance of prior success and on paper or what? Is it
No,
more
I
what
think
you've
I
No,
done
think
this
I
no,
think
season?
the prior success is probably like probably about I'd say about 15 to 20% of of what you should take into account. But primarily like looking at their offensive and defensive schemes that they have from last year, especially if they have the same coach and the personnel is more or less the same, just taking that into account while also looking at the landscape of the field, right? So like for instance,
Looking
we
at the
over here
off
talking
season
about
moves and all that.
yeah, like for instance, we sitting over here talking about Boston, right? Like Boston is still like the top of the at the top of the food chain, but there's other teams that they're in the works of making moves and additions along with
Like the
their
Knicks.
defensive
I
and
kind of said
offensive
that
schemes.
earlier. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's like that gets taken into account. However, it's still important to understand that how big of a gap Boston talent wise is than everybody else. You can progressively get up to where they're at talent wise, but still be so far away. Like it's a long road until you get to the second, third best team in the Eastern Conference. That's like I genuinely believe it's that big of a gap.
So did anyone see the Mavericks going to the finals last? Did anyone see that or predict
Did
that
No
or
one
anybody
think
see
saw
who?
that. No.
Did
Not
anybody see
for
who?
here, but also you have to take into account too during the season also to that reason the Mavericks point, right? The Mavericks
Mhm.
turned around in like in the middle of my fault,
After the
P5.
trade,
After the
after
After the
trade,
Gasol
they
left.
play
trade,
like a whole
yeah.
different team.
my
But
fault.
even but
Shout out
even but even that though,
yeah, we
like
could,
we won. So even with that, we were a fifth
That's
seed. But
it.
y'all got to think about it. Went without Kyrie Irving for 23 games. So we had Kyrie Irving for at least half of those. We finished as a higher seed. So I
Mhm.
mean, I guess if you want to use the Mavs as, a way to make your point, I'm gonna still tell you that the Lakers did not get better. When I'm gauging, these other teams, I'm looking at teams that made off-season, transactions that had, decent drafts, or they're getting players back, right? Like we look at Memphis Grizzlies, they're getting Ja Morant back. If you don't think that's going to be, a huge
Zach
addition for that
Ease.
team, yeah,
I
Zach
don't.
Edey,
Yeah.
like,
I
yeah,
don't. I'll be honest with you. No, I
I mean
think the
that
Lakers. It ain't even about like I said. I believe that the Mavericks are going to go back to the finals. I think
oh,
that
you
Klay
tripping?
Thompson is was a great addition. Like I said, I don't think he was in it like all these additions. I don't think they're like super needle movers where it's like they're a lot to win. But I do think he's a great addition to the
So you
Dallas
think Klay
Mavericks.
Thompson is?
Yeah, I think he's a good addition to the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks W role player. So I do believe that the Mavericks are going to go back to the finals. I think the Celtics are going to go back too. I think we're going to have a rematch, in my honest opinion. But
This nigga
I
for the
delusional.
disagree.
Lakers, like all I was saying with the Lake, that's what I believe. So that's how
Mhm.
it for me. It's not like fanboy and none of that stuff. Because if I was really fanboying, I
I
would say
love that
LeBron's
nigga.
going for his fifth. No, I didn't
Yeah,
say that.
I don't think it's necessarily fanboying as much as I think that you're valuing certain things that true enough individually it does play a role in them being successful. However, when you look at the landscape of the Western Conference, that's not enough. Like, and it's shown over the last 2 seasons, even at their best, that's not enough.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Like
but
OKC
I
looking.
mean,
you know what I'm
here my
saying?
point though. Here my point is that the with the same like the Lakers generally have the same core that they had that made that Western Conference Finals
And it
run.
still wasn't good
So,
enough.
but okay, but I'm saying though, right?
Hmm.
The Timberwolves made a Western Conference Finals run. That's where they bottomed out, right?
Hmm.
So for me, I can't then, especially knowing that, in my opinion, one of the Lakers' worst problems last year was Darvin Ham's rotations. Okay, when he put that same core that made it to the Western
Agreed.
Conference Finals, when he put that same starting lineup in, they went 21-9 or 21-10. When he kept starting Torian Prince, teams were eating them apart, bro. So one thing for me is that, but then another thing is injuries. I think that injuries have plagued the Lakers for the last couple of years, and it's been one of the major contributors to them not winning. So when I look at that, and then I look at the Timberwolves, I can't then now, especially knowing the Timberwolves, I believe got worse when they got rid of Cap, Carl Anthony Towns. I think they upset their case a lot more than they should have.
You
Yeah,
breaking up. You
nigga,
Did
breaking
he
up,
cut
yeah,
off?
Reddick.
nigga, break it
Yeah,
up.
he's breaking up for me as well.
Y'all hear me? Oh yeah, yeah.
I think
Y'all
when
hear
it
me?
comes to yeah, I get you.
No, no.
Minnesota got
Yeah,
worse
no,
for
what I was
sure,
saying,
but
what I
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, no, no. I was just saying. I was just saying. So for me, right, I
Hmm.
cannot then, I cannot then catapult Minnesota to this super higher echelon level over
Hmm.
the Lakers, and not just the Lakers, but not even a team like the Suns. I just can't do that, bro. Like to me, it's kind of illogical to
Who are you
do
speaking of?
unless now, and that's why I asked: Are we going by paper or are we
What team
going
did he say?
by
What team
This
did he
nigga
say?
say the Sun.
Minnesota.
You say the Suns?
a team like
Minnesota.
this? Bro, I think a team like the Suns, bro.
No,
I
no, no.
think
You said you can't put a team over over the
I said I
Lakers.
cannot. I'm not saying I don't think the Timberwolves definitely last year they were better than the Lakers, bro. But what they did this offseason, or well, you know what I'm saying, getting rid of Carl Anthony Towns, bro, it kind of brought them down a notch. And that's why I'm not going to praise or pre-crown teams until I actually see them go out there and do it. And
Yeah,
that's what
but
I
the
hear.
okay.
I just hear that shit a lot from y'all.
Minnesota. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's delusional. Because
I didn't,
the
bro. I
even
didn't.
no. Just hear me out. Hear me out. The reason why I say it's delusional isn't necessarily because the Lakers aren't excellent defensively, especially with AD being like, in my opinion, the best defender in the world. It's because the defensive integrity that the Minnesota Timberwolves have, it is not missing with Karl Anthony Towns being traded for Julius Randle. Actually, the acquisition of Dante DiVincenzo buffers it because now not only do you have to be concerned about Anthony Edwards defensively on the perimeter, Jalen McDaniels defensively, Nikhil Alexander
And
Walker
what they pick up in the
defensively,
draft?
they also got Dante DiVincenzo. And then the
Yeah.
way that Rob Dillingham is looking so far in
Terrence
the
Shannon
preseason,
Jr.
granted, it's just
Y'all
preseason
just be y'all
even
just
with
like
the
saying
way
delusional. I think y'all
no
just
no no
like throwing that word out.
I'm the reason why I'm using
Is
the
he
word
lagging?
delusional is not yeah I think so. The reason why I'm using the word delusional is because you're acting as if the Timberwolves fell off of a cliff to
I
where
didn't
they
say that.
fell down to the Lakers. The
I didn't say that.
The Timberwolves defensively is instead of
They
being
low key got
the
better
best
though.
or second best defensively, they're probably at best or they're probably at worst third or fourth. Like it's not that
I
big of
didn't.
a drop off. The Lakers,
I
on the other hand, they were like a
They were top
9,
10.
10. They were a top 10 team, but
bruh,
it was like 9, 10. They're
bruh.
probably still 9, 10 defensively. Like it's still that
I
big of a gap.
I'm not saying that the Timberwolves fell off a cliff to go down to the Lakers. I'm saying that the Lakers aren't as bad as y'all are making it
Hmm.
seem, especially
No,
especially in context where about 3 games would have put the Lakers in the 4th seed because that's how compacted the West was. They're not as bad as people are trying to make it seem. So when I hear these takes, it just sounds like a bunch of hate, bro. I'm gonna be honest. It sounds like a bunch of hate because that just seems like it's the cool thing to do.
A
but
bunch
Like,
of
how is
oh,
it
hate,
the
a
hate?
bunch
Lakers
of
But
lost
how
to
haters.
but
the
how
Lakers.
is it hate?
Trash
But
it.
hold up.
That's
But
what it
here's the
sounds
hold
thing,
on,
like.
but
though.
Ruddy,
But how
Ruddy,
is it
Ruddy,
hate?
Ruddy, what did anybody say during the like this entire time we've been talking about the Lakers? What has anybody said that cannot be backed with factual evidence? Because that's
Back,
when it's hate,
bro.
when there's no facts behind what they're
Right, and
putting.
let me
Back.
say this. And hold on, and my fault. I
No,
want
go ahead, go ahead,
Maybach.
go ahead, go ahead.
I
My
want
bad.
Maybach to do it. I want to say this real quick, and like to the hate thing. And like, here's the thing: you saying that the Lakers, you bringing up this conference finals run the Lakers made, and that was like 2 seasons ago. That's a big like. That's I mean, this is 2020. This we about going to 2025. That happened in 2023. So it's like that really doesn't even matter at this point, right? Nobody, and you getting caught up with the bad team. Like no, like relatively speaking, Lakers are not a bad basketball team, right? If they listen,
Mm.
if you look at them, they're not a bad basketball team. But you comparing it to a deep Western Conference, they have games in the regular season going to mean something. Like
Yeah, that's true.
they almost lost in the playing game last year. If Zion got hurt,
Yeah.
he
Oh
would have
my, why do
rolling.
y'all do? Okay,
No,
all
no,
right,
it's
go ahead,
not
go
a
ahead, go
dis. But
ahead.
here's the thing: it's
Zion was
not a
giving
dis.
them boys the
But
work.
here's the thing: you
Bro, they
looking
would have
at this
lost
disrespect,
Pelicans was gonna lose regardless, bro. But go ahead.
bro. They were, but I mean, listen, bro. Like Zion was
Nah, I
on
ain't
the
gonna
roll.
lie to
Like
you.
we could,
Zion was
Zion was on the
on one.
roll.
Bro,
Zion was
they
Now,
were
on
gonna lose
one.
granted, y'all
regardless,
won the
bro.
game. That's not the point. The point is though, like
Zion was giving them niggas work.
the point is
They
though,
were giving
like
him the
that's a game
blues.
y'all lost. That's a game. The point is like,
That's a
regardless of
great point
how
as
good
well, Steven. Playoffs are all about matchups.
is, don't matter how good the Lakers are, how you know what I mean. The Lakers are right. They're going to have to compete. They're going. There's not nobody like you. They really have to really be like. They can't make mistakes. They can't take games off, plays off. It is that's how it's going to be. But what? Hey, we got Maybach Sports. Shout out Maybach Sports in the building, man. So this
Salute,
nation,
man.
man. What up,
Salute to
man?
y'all, man. Salute, True. Salute to everybody on the panel, man.
What's going on,
How you
Salute.
God?
feel about this
What's
conversation,
up?
man?
Now, I mean, the brother, I don't know y'all, some of y'all names, but I just heard the brother said the East Coast was real bad. To me, it's kind of like, that's like I don't know, man. I just feel like with that argument, that's not. I don't think they terrible, like you
Oh
saying they
yeah, I
terrible.
didn't get to respond to what P5 said.
Yeah, I didn't get to
No,
finish my
Oh,
point
yeah,
because
Matt. That's a good Matt. That's a good segue, man. Back for that effect, and
Yes,
P5
sir.
man.
go ahead, bro. Now
Yeah,
go ahead to the
finish
brother
what you
said.
were saying, and then I gotta explain
um
to you why that
okay, I'll
was.
explain. I'll explain it.
Yeah.
Is the Eastern Conference competitive? Yes, it's a competitive conference. There are some really good teams in the East. My whole point was I was comparing it to the West because my whole point was there are going to be more teams in the Western Conference that can pick up, I don't want to say free wins, but easier games against the Eastern Conference, which is not deep and is not and when I say not deep, I mean like because the Western Conference is a very deep conference. I mean, when you go down to 11, 12, 13, they're not great teams, and I wouldn't call them good teams, but they're fine playing contenders. The Eastern Conference's playing contenders, I think, are teams that would be tanking. Not literally, but you get what I'm saying. There are more really bad teams in the East, and I was asking True the King.
Hmm.
I said there are 5, maybe 6 really bad teams in the East because I know how some people up here feel about the Hornets, apparently, right? So I was about to name them down, but then I froze. I want you to King to
Even if they value the Hornets, it's still the Atlanta Hawks is going to be significantly worse this year. So
yeah. So are the Pistons a bad team?
they are a bad team. The Wizards
The
are a bad
Wizards, the
team. The
Wizards
Hornet,
are
the
the
Raptors are a
Wizards.
bad team. Yeah,
The Wizards are the worst team in the NBA.
Garrett, you want some smoked sausage?
No, man, thank you.
Okay.
that's fine. We want some. Anyway.
This nigga a gentleman. This nigga say no, man. A great brother.
Some great man. Some good
That
manners
is
there.
that is a great lady right there.
This guy's a gentleman.
That's my grandma.
Oh,
The Pistons are really bad. The Wizards are the worst team in the NBA, I think, right? The
I think,
Raptors,
yeah,
I
I
would
agree.
call a bad team. The Raptors are bad. The Nets,
Portland is worse. I don't
the
know.
Nets are really, yeah, Portland's also, they're in like that category with the West, you know.
Yeah.
The Nets are really, really bad,
Ben
right?
Simmons back.
The Hawks are.
You gonna piss me off, True.
Ben 10. Hey,
Hey,
y'all
The
shut
get,
up.
Hawks are really,
Shut
really bad.
up. Shut up.
Would y'all agree with me if I said the Hawks were a really bad team?
they're now
I
they're
agree. I
definitely.
agree.
I agree they bad. I gotta see what it is.
Okay, yeah.
Nah,
I
they're
mean,
a
the
really
Hawks.
bad team.
I mean, the Hawks.
Yeah.
They might compete for a playing spot in the East.
No, they won't. No, they will not. They will not.
Okay,
They
well,
will
okay,
not.
They
well, no, they
bad.
won't.
They bad. I ain't
The
gonna
Hawks
lie
are a
like
bad
that.
team.
They
That's
bad.
5 teams right there. Are the Hornets a bad team?
I
I
don't
do
think
not
the
believe
Hornets
so.
a bad
I don't think
team.
the
I do
Hornets
not
are a
believe.
bad team.
I do
think
not
they're
believe
hurt
so
team.
when healthy.
Okay,
Yeah,
are
Yes.
the Bulls a bad team?
Yeah,
No.
they're a mid
No.
team. They're not.
That's tricky too. Like and
No. I
fully
think
because
under the standard that the
Because
Eastern
even the
Conference
Bulls are a
has
hurt
right
team.
No, no,
now.
no, no, no,
I
no,
think
no.
The
I'm not
Bulls are hurt
comparing.
too.
I'm talking about. Okay. Are the
Bulls and the
If
Hornets
the
are both
Bulls
hurt
were in the
teams.
if the Bulls were in the West, would they be a top 13 team in the
You
West?
saying if
Fuck
they're in the
no.
Western
No.
Conference?
Fuck
No,
no.
No, they would be in the same.
because what
They'll
I'm
be in the
saying
same
is
position.
these are teams. These are teams. I'm
that would be
basically listing off teams that I think are bad enough to where.
But Chicago is in the same book as the Houston Rockets, if we're being honest with ourselves. In
they
the
may
same,
be
Ooh.
they
better.
have
I'm
talent. They
confident that
have
they
talent.
better.
No, I wouldn't go that far. But like they're in the same book as the Houston Rockets from the standpoint of they have a lot of young talent that struggles with execution. However, they can win 39 to 41 games off of
I
just
agree
I
with
don't
that.
see it.
being
I just
talented.
don't see it. I
Well,
just
Lonzo
that's
Ball
fine because
back.
that's fine. They did it literally last year.
yeah,
They
they
did
did
it
it last
literally
year and
last year.
He may
they
have them
got
boys
worse.
balling,
They
man.
got
He
worse
may have
since
They
them
last
boys
lost
year.
balling.
DeMar DeRozan, who, as the season waned, stopped taking on so much of the scoring toll because Kobe White was ascending. Kobe
Yeah, of
White's still
course.
there.
Yeah, casual.
Lonzo.
Of course.
They
Be
also
white.
did not have a point. They also did not have their point of attack defender, point guard. They had to rely on Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso's gone, but guess who's coming back?
Well, we'll
Actually
see how
healthy this
Lonzo
year.
does. We'll see
Lonzo
how
Ball.
Lonzo does.
Like
We'll
Ooh,
see how
Lonzo
Lonzo
Ball.
does.
He's been out a few
they have
years.
not lost. Like
I'm not gonna lie to you, casual. I'm not all that excited to see what Lonzo. Well, I'm excited to see
that.
Lonzo
Man,
back.
been out for like
I'm
two,
That
excited
three
was
too.
like
years.
I'm excited to see Lonzo back. I don't think Lonzo Ball is gonna be all that
He's
great when
not
he comes
moving
back.
the needle though.
I don't think he's gonna be all that.
The whole thing that I'm trying to get you, one, you bringing up the Western Conference's wins against the Eastern Conference
Yeah,
is
how is that
misleading
misconstrued? That's my whole point.
because when, like, for instance, the the Houston Rockets have a winning record this past season against the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
All three of their wins were while Jimmy wasn't playing.
Which goes into it.
And I think one of them is when Bam wasn't playing either.
That goes into it, yeah.
That is okay, but that's what's misleading because it's not like you're meeting the Miami Heat at their actual strength. The Miami Heat have to go up against the Houston Rockets when Jabari Smith Jr. is playing, when Jalen Green's playing, Sengun's playing.
That's a great
So
point.
it's a different standard. So you can't go off of wins and losses because some of those wins are against the team in the Eastern Conference that is dealing with injuries. Because I understand for my Bucks, if I'm correct, I think we had a losing record last year against the Pelicans.
Which means you lost
Giannis
them twice, right?
Yes, we lost them twice. Giannis was out.
Okay, that goes into it.
That was one. That was two of the games that he missed in the 17 games that he did play. So it is context to those wins and losses.
Context to every.
That's why. But that's why that stat is misleading and not that valuable because those wins aren't against teams at full strength. We're talking at full strength because we cannot predict injuries.
Yeah.
So let's So let's talk at full strength then. Let's talk at full strength. Let's talk at full strength. Are the Thunder? It's kind of tough. How many teams in the East do you think the Thunder are better than? Are they better than 14 or all of the teams in the East, or 13, or however you feel?
I still think
if
this
they're
is
in
a
the
bad
Eastern
comparison
Conference,
because you're so if you're gonna compare the East, right? I think it would make more sense to compare the East to what we've seen the East the past 5
No,
years.
but rebranding. I'm not saying I never said that. Okay, I know I said the East was terrible. That was in comparison to the West. The Eastern Conference compared to the 2010s and the 2000s, solid. They're good, right? Good.
Right.
The Western Conference right now is the strongest outside of maybe the 2000s. It's the deepest.
The East,
I've ever
so hold
seen
on, would you agree that the Eastern Conference is the strongest that we've seen it in a long time as well?
Yeah.
Correct.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not even
okay. I agree with you,
the Western anymore. I'm just saying relatively, related to the Eastern Conference that we're used to seeing, where we can be it's probably 3 or 4 teams we can predict that have a chance in the East.
and even with you
I mean, I think that's
Even
the
with you
case, to be
saying,
quite honest.
that you're comparing the Eastern Conference to the Western Conference, the gap in which you think that it is, again, it's not that big of a gap to where you can then drop them all the way to being a terrible conference in comparison with the Western Conference. Because even though there's like 3 or 4 teams outside of the top heavy teams that's more talented than the Eastern Conference, that does not then that diminishes what the Eastern Conference's
Hold on, but
quality
what?
is over there.
So
It
what
does
is?
no, it doesn't. It's just the West is better. It's just a
Hold on,
better
real quick.
No,
conference.
no. We understand.
Hold
We
on, real
agree,
quick,
and I'll
real
even
quick.
go as far to say the Western Conference is significantly better.
Hold on, but
Yeah,
what if
that's
May?
what I'm
Eastern
saying.
Conference
Hold on, what if
Casual. That's
Maybach
been my
don't say all
entire
that though?
point. The Western Conference is significantly better than the East. Therefore, teams in the West, like the Lakers, like the Kings, I'm looking at the like the Pelicans.
Pelicans got better.
Like the Warriors, the Rockets, even those teams will pick up easy wins if everyone stays healthy. That's probably not going to happen, but we're saying fully healthy. Those teams will pick up easy wins against the East, which has a multitude of just really, really
I'm
bad
telling
teams.
you right now. If
That's
the
been
Lakers,
my point. The Lakers
I'm telling you right now, the Heat have the potential of being an 8 seed. The Heat versus the Lakers, you're not going to see, especially if both of them are healthy. That's not going to be a wash for the Lakers.
But what if the Lakers play teams like the Raptors or the Wizards?
The Raptors were a bottom 4 team last year for the
I know
East.
that. I know. Casual. I'm saying that those bottom 5 teams in the East, even the 10th seed in the East, will be easy pickings.
Okay,
so that's
the Rockets on down. That's the Rockets. That's Utah. That's Memphis this past season. That's San Antonio. That's Portland. That's the 5 teams. And to be honest with you, I think Memphis not a healthy. They're swapping out with either Golden State. No, they're swapping out with Golden State.
Hold on, but y'all.
Casual. Why do you think the 10 seed last year was a 46 win team? Casual.
The 10 seed for the
West. Why do you think it was a 46 win team?
Because it's that tough in the Western Conference.
No. Well, then why was the East 10 seed and even their 9 seed below 500?
Because what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 teams in the Eastern Conference, they don't compare to the bottom 6 teams in the Western Conference. We agree there. We don't disagree there. What I'm telling you is even with that being said, the fact that Miami was plus 6 was plus 5 in the standings. Philadelphia 47 47 for Indiana, 47 for Orlando, 48 for Cleveland, 49 for Milwaukee, 50 for New York, and 64 for Boston. The fact that those what is that, 8 teams that I just named right there? The fact that those 8 teams right there is that competitive.
Yes.
That speaks to how great that conference is. You shouldn't be looking at the bottom 6.
It's very competitive. My whole point has been that, and no, the actual reason why the teams like the Warriors, the Kings, they were 46 win teams, and they were the 9 and 10 seed. Now, again, the Miami Heat's top 8 is very competitive. I've always said that it is. What I'm saying is that those teams, the reason they were also 46 win teams is because, like the Eastern Conference teams, you could even say maybe, they had the privilege of facing some of the worst teams in basketball, and the majority of them are in the East. Casual. I'm not saying look at the bottom 6 and that's why the East is terrible. I'm not saying look at the bottom 6 and that's why the East is terrible. I'm saying look at the bottom 6. That is why the Western Conference will have more 45 plus win teams. That is why they will have more sub 50 win teams than the East.
Name me a Brandon.
Hold on.
Brandon, name no. I was just gonna name me a terrible team in the Eastern Conference.
I would say the Wizards, but what
okay?
What is Maybach? Because I think Maybach was going to actually defend the Eastern Conference. Maybach, what?
I'm sure. Yeah, I want to hear Maybach. Yeah, I want to hear Maybach.
Maybach was good, bro.
No, I was gonna ask y'all, right? Or I was gonna ask, what is the definite 8 teams that's gonna make the playoffs? We're just predicting definite 8 squads.
I think you did ask that in the West. Yeah, both, right?
Yeah, on both sides, correct.
Let me look at the teams. So
Let's do the East first. Let's do the East first, and then we do the West.
So the East, okay. So the Eastern Conference, we got Boston. They locked in. Philadelphia locked in. New York's locked in. Cleveland is locked in.
4.
How many is that so far? That's like 4, 5.
So you said Boston, New York, Cleveland. That's 3.
3,
Philly,
and
Philly's 4.
Philly.
Philly's 4.
That's 4.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think we can say Indiana. It's gonna be there.
Okay.
They're gonna be
5.
bottom.
That's 5.
I would say Miami. That's 6.
That's
Okay.
6.
Of course Milwaukee. I don't even know why the fuck I didn't mention them.
That's 7.
You didn't say the Magic
And
yet.
Magic. Yeah, Magic. That's for the Eastern.
So that leaves out that leaves out teams like Chicago, Atlanta, Brooklyn, Toronto,
Yep.
Charlotte.
Brooklyn, Toronto. Yeah, and I think
Yep.
Toronto is gonna be a good team. It's just they're not gonna make the cut. But that's
Toronto being a good team.
they're
let's do
gonna
the
be
West.
decent. They're not gonna be like
Who's gonna tell them? Who's gonna tell them?
Let's do the West now. Let's do the West.
No. I like what Toronto's doing. They're just not going to be good.
yeah,
Or
they're not
decent.
gonna be like
Oh, no.
yeah, they're gonna be like that.
Okay, so I'm coming. I came
I,
back.
I would like for Toronto to be good though.
I came back from doing my homework. Of course, you Canadian.
Korean, by the way.
So yeah, I got you. So Golden State played Washington 2 times, and they went 2-0. Okay.
Yeah.
However, the Atlanta Hawks, who won 36 games this past season, they went up against the San Antonio Spurs 2 times.
Yeah.
They won 2 as well. They won both of their matchups as well. So the thing that you're pointing out as your evidence for why the Western Conference is significantly better than the Eastern Conference, that point is applicable to the Eastern Conference as well, the 9th and 10th seed specifically.
Not like this year though, because guess what? I don't think the Spurs are going to be the same 22-win team. Now Utah and Portland, I'll give you that. The East will have easy pickings on Utah and Portland. I just don't think San Antonio is going to be that bad again this year, man. Like I don't know, and I don't think the Hawks are going to be able to take advantage of the Spurs.
I think y'all a little too
year.
high. I think y'all a little too high on San Antonio. I think they're for sure. They're not for sure. They're not 22.
San Antonio going to be a bad team?
They got
Are
Wemby,
they going to
though,
be 22 wins bad? No.
No. I don't think they're going to be 22 wins bad. But at the same time, like these matchups, like, but okay. One,
you're picking at straws with the Spurs and Hawks. I get it though. I get it.
Well, no, I mean, you pick the team. I can go to Brooklyn, and Brooklyn won 32 games. I promise you, I'll find that they beat.
Then 10 back.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
they
the Nets
probably beat.
I'm sure the Nets beat some really bad Western Conference teams.
But that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is like one. The same thing that you're saying about San Antonio not going to be 22 wins bad.
Yeah.
Atlanta Hawks aren't going to be the team that's in the 10th seed likely next year because they got significantly worse. The likelihood is we probably get one of the teams that were at the bottom because they were hurt, like Charlotte or like Brooklyn, and they might ascend, or even Toronto. Even though I think Toronto is going to be a bad team,
Toronto might be a 10th seed.
They might be a 10th seed because of the defense that they bring. So like the Atlanta aren't going to be that team that's going to be at the top. So if we're doing that, San Antonio won't have to worry about losing Atlanta. Worry about losing to Toronto.
They might lose to Toronto.
You see what I'm saying?
They lost to them last year when we had Pascal.
So what are the 8 teams in the West? So I think y'all gonna have more of a challenge.
It's a bit tough in the West.
The West.
OKC, Denver, Minnesota.
Are y'all gonna leave out the Clippers or the Clippers make?
Fuck the Clippers. OKC, Denver, Minnesota, Dallas, Phoenix, Lakers, Sacramento.
It's tough.
Can I get my hot take? So I got the Pelicans being an A seed, and then I got Memphis obviously being 9. I got Houston knocking over the Clippers.
I'm not mad at that.
Hey, hold up, y'all. My fault. I gotta go. I want to cook with y'all. You know what I mean? Gotta go, man. Gotta shut it down. I don't know. Anybody else here don't got the control. So.
Hold on, last. The Mavs are gonna win 60 games this year. Mavs are gonna win 60 games this year.
Yeah, we can move on, man.
How you gonna jump to 60?
I think the Thunder are the best team in basketball by far. I think now. That's just me.
I think they're gonna beat it. They're gonna be the second best team. They're gonna be the second best team. They're coming out of the Western Conference.
I think they'll have easily the best defense in the NBA too. I think the Thunder The Thunder are going to have easily the best defense in the league too. I think.
I'm gonna laugh when the Thunder get the same result as last year. I'm gonna just be laughing at niggas.
Shay is frosting up your favorite defender.
I'm gonna be laughing at niggas so hard, bro.
They'll be easy.
Y'all better not play them in the first round.
And I'm gonna be trolling too.
Y'all better not play them
like a motherfucker.
But Rudy Hood, okay, I guess we can continue this in Discord.
Yeah, we can continue this in the Discord.
Like speaking
matter of fact,
Discord,
Brandon, join the Discord. Join the Discord, huh?
Y'all
I'm
might
in the
have
Discord
dropped.
already.
Speaking of
Because I really want to
Go
hear
up in
why
the voice
Rudy
chat.
Hood
We're gonna
thinks
do the voice
so
chat.
lowly of the Thunder. I really want to
Yeah,
hear.
matter of fact, yeah. Everybody that's on this
Mavs
panel, if you're not a
2025
part,
champions, y'all. Luka about to get
yeah,
that
everybody,
ring.
and
everybody
speaking
that's
of
on this panel,
Discord,
if you're not a part of the Discord, join the Discord. We're gonna be doing a VC in about 15 minutes. Okay, so
hey, I'm
everybody
about
join
to
up in
drop the
there.
link right
We're gonna get the
now.
chopping.
If
For
y'all
sure,
ain't
bro.
subscribed to Discord, FYF Discord, hey, y'all want to hear, you know what I mean, everybody's takes or their opinions, and you know what I mean, you want to see me cook people, 30 people, you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you want to see me do that, go
True,
join
I
the
ain't cook
Discord
nobody over
behind
there
the
yet.
scenes, you know.
The same guy who
And
almost not the same guy. We're talking about the same guy who almost lost Draymond versus Magic.
I didn't almost lose nothing. See, this is revisionist history. Yeah, see, listen, y'all. Hey, I got restore. I got to do a reaction of that video. Matter of fact,
y'all gotta
I got to do a reaction of
y'all
that.
join the Discord so y'all can find out the reason why everybody needs to subscribe to a casual sports fan. All right.
Absolutely too. Plug y'all channel. Hey, back in too. Like you said,
And let me
go check the casual.
subscribe. Make sure y'all
If you
subscribe
want
to
content
OnlyFans.
that's not just basketball, more just getting to see me on camera, I got you. Word.
Absolutely.
P5
Man,
P5
y'all
actually
subscribe
would
to
he
How
actually
you
turned
find
his
you,
light
P5?
on, guys.
That's crazy. Maybach Sports. Go check out Maybach Sports out. Just type in May. Listen, hey, like I said, been dope chopping up with y'all. Like I said, I gotta go. Peace. Hey, In the Zone dropping later this week. We're gonna do a recording of that. So hey, peace, deuces, love to y'all. Catch y'all next time, and we out.
Peace, family. Peace.
Yeah, we done came from the bottom, mad that we up, but I don't hear him talking. Started with knowledge inside of my noggin. We took a dream and then we started vlogging. Put my city on the map now. I'ma say how it is and I don't back down. On the road to 100K, we finna act out. We gon' show them that we not just in the background. We the main event, we the main show. We the one that people always gonna pay for. FYF, we the best, no debate though. Number one sports channel, every angle. I'ma show them all how we ride. Best sports talk show, we not like them guys who playing it safe while they better the lines. We pushing the narrative all of the time. Like who to go in the game is not MJ. Kobe Bryant top 10, not what we say. Hakeem Olajuwon is very overrated. Keep it real if it ain't fact, we don't say it. Now stable, we won't be ignored. We number one, especially when coming to sports. FYF bringing the heat here, of course. When everything backed up with actual source.